Hey, everybody, it's day 2 of Game of the Year, the real Game Awards, the real Giant Bomb. There's only one, there's only us, there's only me, Janet Shoa, your host for today, and there's only the co-captain of the ship here, as always, Jeff Grubb.
Oh my God, to get on a plane tomorrow, I can't handle it.
Shut the front door. You don't remind me. I have not packed.
Okay, here. I'll remind you, Jen. Sliders, burritos, good stuff. So there we go. Let's bring it back in the good direction. Okay.
All right. That lovely soothsayer calming you down is Dan Reichert.
That's my whole thing, is being a soothsayer.
You're always saying soothes, is what I've noticed about you.
Yes.
Yeah. Recording guided meditations for each of you personally. Yeah.
Yes. His number one client in Dan's guided meditation class, Lucy James.
Hello. Namaste. I've been learning a lot. Actually, I watched some of the Mother of God thing at the weekend, that crazy documentary.
No.
Oh,
This messed up.
it's messed up, but rest assured, Dan, if you died, I would not cover your body and pretend that you were still living for months and months and months. I would call the authorities.
I would. Is this a documentary?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably that new H Bomber Guy video.
I am Weekend at Bernie's, your ass. Constantly.
Yeah, please do. Do. Yeah, keep me on the payroll, keep me on the Zoom calls and everything. Yeah, that'd be great.
You can't call the authorities on him because he has never, ever done a crime or even thought about it. Tamor Hussein.
H-Bomber Guy can try to come after me. There's no shot. That documentary would last 10 seconds because it would start with him going, "Hello, it's me. I've got nothing to say about that." And then that would be it.
Roll credits.
And then he'd pick up his wall and leave.
Speaking about picking up his wall, he's picking up so many things. He doesn't know what to bring to Los Angeles. He's going to bring all the keyboards. He's come to this conclusion. You've come to this conclusion. We're all accepting it. Jeff Bakalar.
Hi, everyone.
Are you caressing the keyboard right now?
Do you actually have a spare keyboard? Because can I have it?
I have
his wall behind him.
Do you know how many keyboards I own?
No.
Is that a
Do you have any good ones?
Can we guess?
A lot.
Do you think you
could bring one keyboard for each of us?
Yeah, I could easily do that.
Genuinely,
Please
can I
do,
put an order in? Because I've
I'll
build you one.
crappy...
I'll build you. Let's do that. Let's build one together over stream.
The one yours, I think. No, it's Jeff's. It's Grubb's that sounds really nice. It's one of you has a really nice sounding. Hang on.
Yeah, that's
Bakalar
cool.
suggested mine, and it's been very good. I really like the one Bakalar suggested.
How does mine sound?
Lucy,
I don't like clacky like
are
that.
you hearing
clicky?
My keyboard, or are you hearing the faux clacks of my gamer browser, where when I type in the gamer browser, it makes make-believe click sounds?
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah,
So dumb.
Hold on. This sucks.
Is that a shoe?
What? What's that mean?
Talk about the gamer browser this way.
Are you talking about Opera? Is this Opera, first of all?
Opera GX, yeah.
Okay.
Opera has sound
You have a
effects.
gamer browser?
Why?
That's so stupid.
It's just like when you're
cool.
Is it like an iOS thing where when you press a button, it makes it
like
click?
I don't know what they're thinking. Honestly, it's pretty wild that it does any of this. I'll see if I can bring.
You know what that's like? It's like when you have an automated thing when you call customer support and they're like, "In a phrase, tell me what you're looking for," and you say, "I need to talk to a person," and you hear the click, 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 click to make you think that they're like typing it in.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It's not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
So wait,
no, I don't think his is meant to
Bomber
fool-
Guy is coming for you.
Wait,
Yes.
so this actually this tracks because I feel like I have heard typing sounds from your like window before, but very inconsistently, which would mean that is in fact what we are hearing. Like only your gamer browser sound effects. What the fuck, man?
Mike Minotti's not here right now. He'll get here eventually.
And
Before we move on, Bakalar, we want keyboards.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we can do that. I'm not bringing them with me, but I did get everyone something you'll be getting very soon. So don't.
Aw.
Did?
Yeah, that's why I asked for
I
all your
wonder why you asked
addresses.
for my address.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was like merch related. I don't know.
I thought he was going to dox me. I thought I had I thought my time was up. He's finally had enough. He's going to send a SWAT team to my house.
There could be a hockey team.
They're just going to give you sandwiches, bring you to the local rink.
Sandwiches of I'm sorry.
Jeff Bakalar, what type of food do you eat at hockey? What's like a common go-to thing? I know it's day 2 of game of the year.
It's called liquid dinner, and it's called beer. They just
Well,
all they
that's
do.
after the game, but I don't eat. I eat maybe like I have like a peanut butter energy bar an hour before I play, and that's it. I don't really have dinner before I play.
Okay.
Can't do it. I'll
Folks,
burp it up.
it's day 2 game of the year here at Giant Bomb. We said initially that we would just pre-record this and air this tomorrow, but then there was an itch. There was a desire to connect
missed
with
y'all.
you sitting at
clamoring.
home,
No,
clamoring.
We were literally in the meeting this morning, our weekly Monday meeting, and Jan just went, "Fuck it, we'll do it live."
He yelled, "Clamor! I clamor!"
That's right. I couldn't hear. I just keep thinking of Clam Slam, and then just that led to clamor.
Who said
Yeah,
that?
I'm
Sean,
glad you
right?
said it.
Jan
Fuck
was
is
like,
a
I'm
clam
gonna.
slam?
It's
gonna
when a lady does a teabag.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Her face.
I
Anyway,
knew
I'm going
that.
to see myself to HR real quick.
I knew that, and then every time someone describes it, it's just the
It's
imagery.
good. It's perfect. It's so perfect.
I'll take myself to
Well,
HR
the
also.
teabag thing, there's an implication of the teabag thing that's like a dainty dip. Slam!
The slam is the part.
You know, that's a lot different.
Yeah.
We don't need to visualize it. All right, like
That would hurt.
I didn't
probably
mean to,
hurt.
but then he said it.
Clam slam would hurt. Teabag is like you said, gentle.
Pelvic bone is hard.
wow. All right, so we're gonna talk about 7 more categories today. 7 fun categories. If you missed day 1, go back to the Giant Bombcast feed. Go listen to those. We're not going to recap what we talked about, but it was very scintillating conversation. Many tears were shed, and I think we all grew closer as a team. Anyway, we're starting today with the first category. Is everyone ready to talk about this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're already
Give 'em the
streaming
clams.
so- Give him the clam slam. The first
Give them the clamps.
first category of today is best Pikmin. We have rock, ice, red, blue, pink, white, purple stompy dudes, dog, Jeff Grubb, and Pikachu.
What the hell? Real quick, I don't want to have any category where I say the whites are the best, so can we get rid of that one?
Damn,
I
no,
would
you-
like to
no.
personally vote for the whites. Thank you.
I was gonna ask someone. I was
I
waiting
am
for
going to
it.
advocate for the whites.
I was waiting for this whole morning of like, what do you got against POCs, huh? Pikmin of color? Now that joke is gone.
I'm sorry.
I don't really like the white ones though.
No, they don't really come in handy. Like, there's a couple levels with the poison stuff, but overall, they're pretty lame. They're
Well, I
not
mean,
like super strong or anything.
You
They've been
if
in
the
it for a
enemies
while
eat
as
'em,
well.
They get poisoned, but yeah.
I'm
other than
surprised that the whites are still in it. They've really been failing upwards.
Yeah, well, hey. I think we can go ahead and get rid of Jeff Grubb.
He's my
Yeah,
favorite Pikmin.
You're not
Wait,
a Pikmin,
what?
right?
He's not
Oh.
a Pikmin, no.
Can we include Jeff Grubb along with the whites? Because I think they,
Yeah, right. Just a subdivision in
Yeah,
there, like
Jeff-
the most white.
Jeff
yeah.
Grubb and the whites.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting this. Haha, yeah. White guy.
Yeah, you missed out on it, Becklar. Sorry. Next time.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Are we actually okay with cutting out white Pikmin and then Jeff Grubb?
I
Yes.
think so.
Yeah,
yes.
go on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
go on.
I mean, I have an early favorite for this category.
I do
Pikachu.
too. What's yours, Lucy?
Red. Red looks like a little pervert. I love red.
I
A
was going to
stupid
offer
little
them to be the next
nose.
one cut.
A
Like,
little
they're-
nose.
But they're so just generic. There's no like they're just normal Pikmin. There's no special. They're not strong. They don't. They're not immune to anything in particular. Oh, I guess fire.
Fire.
They do come
Fire,
in.
yeah.
Either. Yeah. Okay. I take that back.
And they're
but
the strongest fighters. I mean, they're the ones I would always have around in
Oh.
any fight.
Purple stompy
Dude.
dudes.
Sure. Yeah.
Which one? What does the stone one count as? Gray? Which one is the
Oh,
rock?
did we
Rock,
not
yeah.
include?
The
Okay.
rock.
No, yeah.
Rock.
He's
Rock
up
the
The
there.
rock. Yeah.
Dwayne
The rock
Johnson is on
is
there.
yeah. Rock Pikmin is elite. Have you
They're
seen
fun.
the? Have you seen the rock Pikmin sitting on the floor? It's just
No.
adorable.
Yeah.
Like it's so good.
And anytime there's like a glass thing or something that you can shatter with them, it feels great. It really just donks off the head of enemies and does a lot of damage. Like rock stays.
Well, okay. For net. Okay. So we Lucy wanted to like highlight red. Why don't we get rid of yellow and blue then? So we only have one of the basic.
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
Basic bitches.
Blue's pretty handy. I would say cut yellow just because like electricity doesn't pop up nearly as much as fire.
Yeah, I do like throwing
And
them a
they're
lot
weak
though
in
because they fly
battle.
higher.
They do. So yeah, if there's like a thing up there, you do need them.
I feel like blue does kind of hang because blue looks like terrified the entire time.
Yeah.
I do like that look on their face. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about? I think of red, yellow, and blue as like the default Pikmin, right?
Yeah.
When I
Yeah,
think about
yeah.
the brand, do we want to lump them as like a trio, or does that?
No, that makes them too powerful.
No, I feel like we're cheating. Yeah.
Okay, they're not the
Yeah.
Cascella brothers. All right. I
Jan,
get
are
it.
they like
No.
the ECW originals of Pikmin?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay, so let's cut yellow then. We go cutting yellow at least.
I think so. They've got their place, but I don't think
like
they
the
hang
big
with some of the
ears.
other ones here.
Yeah. Okay.
Turns out they have big ears because they're the ones that dig the fastest, so their ears act as shovels. So
That's
yeah.
messed up.
Is that
How do you-
true?
I don't know. Someone on TikTok said it,
Ah,
so
Okay.
probably.
so probably true.
I like dogs. I like Ochi.
I
enough.
like Dags.
Ochi's good.
But does Ochi count as a Pikmin?
I don't think he's an actual Pikmin.
No.
No,
I think
he's just a weird little
dog.
dude,
He's
yeah.
a space dog. Yeah.
He does take Pikmin's jobs though, because he can like swallow entire things and
Yeah.
just keep it in his throat like a goat, and then he brings it back to the ship for you.
Okay,
And,
so
yeah.
he's Yoshi adjacent.
yeah,
I would say so.
but I think that makes it worse for him to be on this list because he's appropriating Pikmin culture.
Right. Right. And we don't want that. That's why we
No.
got. Yeah. I'm not going to finish the other joke I thought of in my head.
You can slack it to us.
All right. All right. So are we good with eliminating dog?
Yes,
I'm okay with that.
Bye,
Okay.
Ochi.
Bye, Ochi. Woof woof.
Between rock, ice, pink, and purple, I think ice is the weakest. Even though it's like freezing guys and keeping them in place. I like that, but I did it so much by the end I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't even want to bring.
Yeah, but
bring
it
guys
sounds like
Pikmin
they
with
were a
me.
staple for you then, Grub.
They are.
They're nice because
Wow,
they're
they do all
introduced
that for you?
early. So
And then you
they're,
turn your back on him.
Uh-huh.
they're one of the first ones that really open up those maps because, you know, in the first like area, I think you get them and it's like, oh shit, I froze the
I do
lake and
like
now I can go all
freezing
the
the
way over
lake.
there now. Yeah, freezing
Yeah,
the lake's
that's
super
good.
fun. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all
Then,
really good.
Yeah.
God.
For
very likable
grins and
creatures.
giggles, we can probably cut Pikachu, right?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Huh.
Thank you, Pikachu. You lasted this
Pink
long.
is really good later on when you're doing the battles where it's like, okay, you've got 7 minutes to get all these pool balls up here. And it's like, okay, the path is clear. Send in the pinks because they're just going to fly super fast. Like that feels really good.
Yeah. And I like watching them do like their little aerial combat stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do fight flying enemies, that's pretty cool. I'm okay. Maybe it's time to go back. Let's cut red or blue.
Oh,
I would.
I'm looking at blue Pikmin. Is he as funny looking?
He's very funny looking.
yeah. I don't care so much
Oh,
about
he looks
utility.
scared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Blue Pikmin
Okay.
is how most of us feel this year, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm throwing my weight behind Blue Pikmin.
Yeah.
I approve of blue Pikmin. I
Okay.
think he's good.
Yeah,
All right,
I'd be
let's
fine
cut red
cutting
for
red
blue.
for blue.
Me too.
I would cut ice before red because I forgot about how useful they were until Lucy was in favor of them. And then I remembered the fire stuff is around that whole game. So if there's
Yeah.
one of those big anteater types that also spits fire, it's like, okay, well, red, I'm bringing in the battle here, you know? Like, use them the whole game.
Jeff
That's
Backler,
right.
do you see yourself when you see the ice Pikmin?
Look, I haven't played Pikmin,
You could still weigh in.
and I
Yeah,
don't
and you-
know.
You got a flight coming, you got a long flight coming
Yeah,
at
I
you.
didn't- that's a
I
good
only
game for
played
the
a little
flight.
bit.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm being forced to say something I'm gonna regret.
Please.
On its face, ice, me, they go together. I think I could put my energy behind ice Pikmin, but I don't want to, get got like I did in the pre-show.
When did you get got?
Do we need rock and purple?
Purple is so good because at battling, it's so great when they land the butt stomp and like one of them does the damage of 10. And then when you want to carry a heavy thing, like they are the number one.
And they're also fat, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they have a butt stomp and you can throw
Yeah.
a bunch of them at once. It's
And if
great.
like when you do throw them and then they land on something, they make that huge thump. It is very satisfying.
and it stomps them down. It's
Yes.
yeah. They're my number one for sure.
Yeah, I think that. So I think they're a lock actually.
Yeah, okay.
Purple.
Okay.
And it's like rock is. They occupy a similar space in my brain. Is that fair? Like purple and
Yeah.
rock.
I think Early on, I think Rock takes that role of like they're the brutes you send in to do some damage. But
Yeah.
once the purples are introduced, they're just like irrelevant at that point, you know? Unless you need to break something.
I like rocks breaking the glass walls. That's pretty cool, but it doesn't happen enough actually. So, yeah, let's can we cut Rock?
Yeah.
Are we all comfortable with that?
I want to give them credit though. Like if there is a like glass or ice thing that needs breaking, and you have like 20 of them, and you hit that button that sends them all charging in to just shatter the shit out of it, that is a top tier Pikmin feeling. But I don't think they hang with the rest.
Yes.
Okay. Enjoy your gaming, Rock Pikmin.
Damn, I guess we could have picked Rock to win, and we could have just tagged the Rock. He would have been very confused.
We can still undo this. We have the power to control
giant bomb fan.
Yeah, let's keep it in our back pocket there. Okay, so we have 5. We got to cut 2 more.
I think we can go ahead and cut red.
I'd be quicker to cut either ice or blue
Ice or blue
before red. One of ice or blue.
Does pink is pink that impactful later in the game?
I mean, that's the thing. They're only kind of like late game, and I think they're specifically in like certain timed challenges that their value really comes in.
Because the way you guys are talking about the pink Pikmin reminds me of like the Eagles from Lord of the Rings, and people are like big fans of these dudes, but I can't get behind them because like I've only met them for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, whereas like red.
Wait, that's what people say about the Eagles in Lord of the Rings?
No, they say the right thing about the Eagles in Lord of the Rings.
Do not make me explain it again. Why
Yeah, I
the
can't
Eagles
handle
did
it.
not?
All I said is they say the right thing about the things that can fly in that world. That's all.
South had fucking anti-air defenses, man. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not fishing to start some beef here. It was just the first comparison.
Guys, you see the trebuchets multiple times.
Oh yeah, oh that's right. I take it all back. You win. Are the ice Pikmin actually made of ice?
Yes.
Well, that's
Shoot ice.
cool. That's kinda cool.
They do look like little walking, like little things you put it in like a drink and a whiskey or something.
Yeah,
like
look them
that.
up. They're great.
Yeah,
Well,
I like them.
they should sell the molds for them.
Yeah, they should.
They look really cool.
Oh, they're yeah.
Oh, I thought,
They're good
Dan, I thought you
dudes.
said I look really cool. Like you
Yeah.
just put
My
yourself in this
my
one.
inner monologue came out.
Just hyping yourself up for the rest of the argument.
Yes.
I don't like their little hands, but everything else I'm on
I mean,
board
all of them have little hands.
Yeah, they're all
I'm not a
tiny,
fan
cute
of the little
dudes.
hands.
Yeah.
Hands.
Oh, I can't.
He likes big man hands.
I think we could cut pink because they are just so late in the game and so situation dependent.
I was leaning towards this as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say cut pink.
Okay, I also don't like the Pikmin with like the beady eyes.
Oh, the Millhouse eyes when he doesn't have his
Yeah.
glasses on.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to describe them.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Oh, was the glow Pikmin on here at all?
Oh, no. Yeah.
No, but
Oh.
also they wouldn't have made it this far, I don't think.
Yeah, Glow was interesting. My kids want a toy of it. I don't know if anybody will find one in time for Christmas, but yeah, we can add them and get rid of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when we did the Nintendo thing at PAX? Which Pikmin did you get, Grub? Because you did like that little quiz, right?
Oh, didn't you get the purple stompy dude?
I think I did. Okay, I thought I got Glow, but I'm not sure.
You might have gone glow.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly. Well, then I'm glad we cut it because I was already cut from this list once. Okay. So we have 4 left: ice, red, blue, and purple stompy dudes.
Mhm.
Purple stompy dudes are kind of a lock, so we need to drop drop one from ice, red, and blue.
I kind of like Tam's thing of having blue.
man, blue.
Yeah.
Blue's the one.
I like blue.
What if we had
I like
red
blue.
and blue?
What are we?
could.
Rooster teeth?
We could do that, I think.
Jesus Christ. So that means we're dropping ice?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
can
think
do
so.
that. I think so. I think so.
Don't really have much of a leg to stand on here, so I'll just stop talking.
it's whatever
Really?
vibes appeal to
I
you
like
most.
ice. Isn't enough of a leg feet then?
I enjoy cold things. That's my
That's
position.
enough. For this category, that makes you an expert.
Are we forgetting any Pikmin? Because this category is just best Pikmin. It's not specific
We had forgot
to Pikmin 4.
Yeah, we forgot glow. Is there anything else?
I think we got the rest.
I think that's a good
List
top 3.
of all Pikmin.
All Pikmin.
All Pikmin.
All units, all Pikmin.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna cast my vote for purple stompy dudes. When I ran across those big boys, I'm like, these guys know how to party.
Whenever
Yeah,
one with a
they
bullet.
really do amp things up because at a certain point you're like you don't have to do like the order of operation stuff anymore. Now it's just like going out there and wrecking shit, and the purple dudes are the best at wrecking shit.
Yep.
I hope no one
And by the
takes
time you're in that late game,
Yeah.
like you can use them for so many different things between combat and like speed, carrying stuff.
Right, and you get 10 of them, and it's like now you can carry anything in the game.
Yeah.
Or you get like I think at a certain point you need a lot more than that. I guess it won't.
There's that one
well,
thing that needs like 300 or whatever. But
yeah, exactly. And then, but it's like you can do that with the purple Pikmin, and that again, everything with the purple Pikmin, so satisfying. Like it's just a really well designed thing in general.
Put some purples and a dog on it, and you can take down anything.
Yeah, and I was like, I got one in my car. The kids are getting that for Christmas for sure.
like a
So,
shoot
nice,
real
nice.
purple Pikmin. How'd you get that?
Well, listen, I have my ways. If you need a purple Pikmin, I can get you a purple Pikmin.
I'm trying to explain this conversation to like your parents.
Wouldn't go well.
Again, explain it to a World War II survivor. Like, yeah, just like, hey,
I'm not
this is
ready
what
for
I do
that.
for a living. And they're like, yeah, we hid in subways while bombs went off around us. Backar, by the way, I remember that thing, and I'm not going to tell you until you remember it.
Fuck.
Oh, Jeff, can you tell me it? Just
Yeah,
for fun.
definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah, text us it.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
also love the idea of Miyamoto trafficking in Pikmin, and that's how you got your purple Pikmin.
hey, I don't want to implicate anybody.
Okay, are we comfortable with locking this in?
I think
it.
so. Purple Pikmin.
Look at that. Look at that. Working together, finding
Perfect.
and finalizing the category. Best Pikmin, we have the purple stompy dudes. Runners up, red Pikmin and blue Pikmin. Okay.
That feels good.
Wow.
That's the day 2 off with a bang.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Hundo %. All right. Are we ready for the next category?
I am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We should make up a beef as well for when Mike comes in, like that. We're like, oh, this actually got crossed, and we shouldn't talk.
Oh,
about it.
I've got one.
Okay.
We should say we had a
Oh.
discussion and went back and removed Power Slave Exhumed from Best 2022 game.
All right, who can deliver that? Who can deliver that?
I can-
With, like,
I
the
can-
straightest
Tam.
face?
Oh,
I can
damn.
say we
need
had
to
it.
we need to make it a shoot. We got to actually take it off. It's got to be real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tam's our
All right.
go-to liar, so let's go.
Unbolding it. Let's just take it
Unbolding.
off and replace it with what was another one in that category that people liked.
Immortality.
All right,
yeah, let's do
Yeah,
Immortality.
we had
All
a-
right, that's on. And so now the record officially does not show Power Slaved.
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, this is fucked. Oh
What
my
wins?
God.
Did Midnight Suns win?
No, immortality.
No, Immortality.
Immortality.
Immortality won.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Immortality
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We
all right.
we decided that that game. What the fuck was it called again?
Power Slave.
Power
Exhumed.
Slave.
It wasn't representative of Giant Bomb as a whole.
That's right. And this is a
that's so-
punishment for
yeah.
being late. This is all perfect. Jan, can you show that on screen just so
Yeah,
it's
oh,
officially
yeah.
locked
Oh,
in?
yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Should-
Great.
we could really get mean about this, but this is mean enough. Okay.
I mean, we can get meaner.
Should we say something about like the knife parry as well, or like?
No, we should say like.
No.
Oh, stop.
this
He's
is
already
good.
We
dead.
could just say the record is going to be expunged about any mention of the knife
Yeah.
parry. Like it
We're
just
actually-
doesn't count anymore.
Oh no!
Yeah,
see,
we're
that's
actually gonna
going too
use
far. That's going too
an
far.
algorithm to remove the conversation from the first podcast.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. We have that power.
Hi,
Yeah.
you know what we can do? I'll leave a comment on this document and say I don't think Power Slave counts as it's not representative
A full-time employee.
of.
And
the
we
site
have enough audio of his
as a
voice. We
whole.
could deep fake it and insert it
Oh,
here
yeah.
where he
I
agrees with
think
us. So
we should
yeah.
have a discussion at the start of day 2 and consider alternative.
Google.
There you
go.
Google. No, that'll timestamp it though.
Yeah,
He'll-
but you know,
yeah.
come on, it's
It's
all
fine, it's
smoke
fine,
and
it's
mirrors.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not.
smoking.
He doesn't know. He doesn't understand time.
Okay.
Clearly, He's not
someone,
here.
Grub. I need you to reply. Okay, I think that's fair
Yeah, on it.
because you were the other person who was backing him on it.
Yeah, Power Slave's
So
great.
if you say it, then he's gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?"
That's what Game of the Year is about: gaslighting your
And,
friends.
and then he's gonna be like, "Is this
Gaslight,
because I was gone?"
gatekeep, game
Girl
boss.
Sorry,
Uh,
Mikey. Sucks to suck there, bud.
All right.
Sucks to suck.
Second category of today,
man.
of day 2, is Old Game of the Year. The nominees are Dead by Daylight, Phasmophobia, Bloodborne, Sekiro, The Quiet Man, Super Mario RPG, Advance Wars 1+2, Ride to Hell Retribution, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, Hitman, Metroid Prime, Star Ocean The Second Story, Mortal Kombat, Half-Life Alyx, Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 11.
Is Dead Space not on here?
All right, Dead Space.
Oh, yeah.
son of a-
Get
Yeah.
it in. And
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, both remakes, but
well, so is Mario RPG.
yeah, and I guess Advance Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's plenty of remakes here.
Yeah,
Legacy
we
Collection.
can throw it in.
Play. This should be,
Yeah,
this should be a
fair,
remake.
fair,
category.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very fluid category in general.
Most of them are.
I mean,
Cascella Brothers won Best Pikmin.
I mean,
They deserve it, man.
Any easy cuts or easy locks?
yeah. Let's do a couple of easy cuts here. Let's cut the Blight Club games, except for Mortal Kombat Special Forces, because we don't want to speak for Mike.
Yeah,
Right,
that's right.
of
Only he
course.
knows.
yeah,
I'll cut Sonic 06. Grub, do you want to cut? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Why am I
please.
getting in the doc?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Should we cut Sonic 06 though?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Apparently I spent more than 3 hours of my life watching Dan load into that game. Not even play it. Just the loading was around 3 hours of my human minutes.
Was that for all of the campaigns?
for all of it. If you put all the campaigns together, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, do we keep it on then? It did bring us a lot of laughter this year.
Yeah, bring
lot
it
of
back.
joy.
Bring it back.
It's not best old game of the year.
Yeah, it is old game of the year. Yeah.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
To
Okay.
clarify, it's also not oldest game of the year. As
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
That's
just
true. All right, it's back on there.
well.
All right.
Is
we
Half-Life
also
Alyx
played.
even like an old game?
It's
Well,
old.
2020.
I just put it on there just to give it some credit because like I've heard people talk about it for so long and VR just was never really there and it just felt cumbersome and stuff. And literally like this weekend, I got the Steam VR thing on the MetaQuest 3 and for the first time I feel like I can play that properly. I have no wires. I'm playing off of a 4090 beaming straight to my MetaQuest. It is like with the pass through and everything if I need to. It's the first time it's been like comfortable enough for me to play. And I'm just like a few hours in right now and everything people have said about that game for
Yeah, it's
years
awesome.
now. I was like, oh shit, this is like, if it was not in VR and it was just another Half-Life episode, it would still kick ass. But the fact that it's VR and VR done right, and it feels like a real game that is benefited by VR in a way that I've not seen from any other VR offering, it's stellar. And I'm so excited that I have like another 8 hours left of that game because it's awesome. I love it.
That almost sounds like a lock. I think we should definitely keep it then.
I mean, I just put it there to give it a little bit of credit. I've only played a few hours of it, and I don't know if other people have been like discovering it or playing it this year on this crew. So I don't
I'm not
think
playing it this year. Yeah, I liked what I played of it though.
So I'm not advocating for it to like win or anything just because it's just me and I'm only a few hours in. I just wanted to at least give it some credit for being incredible.
I might check that out before I leave.
You should. It's awesome. Do it on a plane. It's a VR.
Oh yeah, okay.
I might check that out before I leave. Like you're leaving tomorrow morning, man.
Yeah. Oh,
What are you talking about?
I have one that is, I feel like is a lock that I feel a lot of you will agree.
Stranger of
Hitman.
Paradise, Final Fantasy.
Hitman.
Yeah, that freelancer stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you said that because I wasn't sure if I should like be hardcore
Yeah,
for that because that's the one I feel
100%.
strongest
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
1 million
me too.
%. Maybe even a winner.
Yeah,
Potentially.
let's definitely lock it in.
It's-
I would
God,
like-
that freelancer stuff so good.
I would like Grub to pick a Mortal Kombat to keep on this list.
Yeah, so Mortal Kombat 9, X, and 11. I played the campaigns of all of those, and I think I really didn't like the campaigns in 10 and 11. I can mix it up a little bit. One of them is like really bad. It's like a really bad like Avengers movie, and that one was like inane. I think that was 11. 10 was like okay, maybe it was more like a cheesy G.I. Joe kind of movie.
That was the
and-
Combat Kids one. I was not super
Yeah,
high on
yeah.
that campaign.
Yeah, that, right.
Yeah.
But it does have its moments, and but it's still a messy storytelling. 9 was pretty okay. It's the one. It's definitely has its of its time. But I think honestly, none of them should still be on here. They're okay, but they don't really stand out anymore. And I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat 1 compared to all of those. I thought the campaign was very good in that. So yeah, let's cut all of them.
You didn't even put 9, so there you go.
It's actually just Mortal Kombat. That's I think the Mortal Kombat 9's. I think they just called it Mortal Kombat.
They got to fix that. They got to fix that.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care about databases.
I think easy cut Advance Wars 1+2, and I will say from experience, because what it did was it reminded me that Advance Wars is really good, and then I just played the original ones on my analog pocket and liked it better. I like the look of it better on the pocket.
Dan's right. This is my experience as well. As a huge Advance Wars fan, I think that the look is not bad in the remakes.
Correct.
It's better on the Game Boy Advance. And
Agreed.
Game Boy Advance is a timeless console, and Advance Wars is one of those games.
We also played a decent chunk of Matthew Rory's Alpha Protocol this year.
That's true.
Oh, yes.
And also, for the sake of Sean, Titanfall 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
a lot
really good.
That was really fun.
Does Counter-Strike count?
No,
we played Counter-Strike 2.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
still
which is
a
barely
game, but-
different.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
Oh man, that's almost an easy lock for Titanfall 2 at least.
You could. Titanfall 2 is perfect.
Hey,
it's awesome.
the locks doesn't mean it is
You're right.
impervious to.
You're right.
Right,
Let's go ahead and highlight it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like,
It's a soft lock.
yeah.
we can go ahead and cut Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I was just super jazzed that finally came out, and everyone can re-enjoy one of the catalysts for my love of tiles.
Yeah.
You do love tiles.
That game did really well too. I bet you're gonna get a lot more.
Please.
It's
I
like
feel
49
like-
copies or some shit like that.
I felt like we should also get the one game that we put on here as a joke because Jan actually hates it. But we put on
sure.
here The Quiet Man.
I put on the Quiet Man.
Yeah.
You did?
I put it on.
It
Okay.
is there.
I put on the Quiet
Probably.
Man because I wanted to talk about the Quiet Man again. All right.
Oh no.
You gotta,
did?
Say your piece. Say your piece. ASMR. Do it in ASMR. Do it in ASMR.
You gotta whisper it, Jan.
So what I had done is I had said, hey, for Extra Life, if we get to this certain goal, I'll play through the Quiet Man. And then someone immediately donated the requisite amount of money. So I had to go play the Quiet Man.
Oh, Tam, you got to stop that.
Yeah, Tam, I'm gonna kill you.
And then I went home and played the
Can't
Quiet
you
Man
just
by
send that to me
myself.
personally?
Yeah, I got you.
And then as I continued to play through it, I think I did the 180 of like a Stockholm syndrome, and then I went from hating it to loving it, and I was playing through the Quiet Man as I was playing through Alan Wake 2, and then I started connecting the dots. I started connecting the dots, folks, and then I saw in my own mind place that there is a lot of shared DNA here between the Quiet Man, which some people would say one of the worst games of all time, with Alan Wake 2, which some people would say one of the best games of all time.
Jan, I'm going to need you to write that feature for me or for GameSpot.com.
Here's what I said. Here's what I said, Tam. If we had gotten to a certain goal, I would have devoted an obscene chunk of my time because I had our good buddy Christian from Argentina taking notes for me. And that I think the Quiet Man is part of the Remedyverse.
Oh,
Oh my
Jan.
god.
Full shoot.
Oh,
Straight
Jan.
shooting with it here, brother. And
Oh,
I think
no,
The Quiet
sweetie.
Man is a quiet masterpiece, especially when you unlock the voices to it. And then I had
This
made...
is literally the definition of Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, didn't you say this was the
This
opposite
is
of that?
anti-Stockholm syndrome.
I had made the discovery that despite how I've wound up playing The Quiet Man almost every other Extra Life for this website, I actually have never owned it until this year. And then I realized that I didn't beat it on my account. I had beat it on Brad's Steam account so many years ago. So I couldn't play through the audio version. And then after I had beaten The Quiet Man in full, donkey kicks, judo chops, and everything, with a focus attack, I became very good at The Quiet Man, folks. Too good.
I'm
You know
worried
how-
about you.
You know how Dan spent a lot of time getting good at Punch Out to do speedrun stuff? I want to see this happen with The Quiet Man.
I'm literally
Because
looking up right now.
I'm looking
Speed
at
test
this.
Quiet Man.
Yeah, there's 5 people who are on this leaderboard for The Quiet Man, and
What
the
are
run
the
is
times? What are
about
the times?
the quickest one is 1 hour and 20 minutes and 42
That's
seconds.
So long.
Jan,
Is that
we need
4
you-
months ago?
We need you to place on this board.
To
at
what
least.
end?
Now,
Just
is that with audio on or off? It makes a difference.
I think this is audio off.
I think you can
Okay.
skip cutscenes on speedrun.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
we start the new series. We call it the Quiet Jan again,
Oh,
and then
Yeah.
and it's like speed running practice.
But that being said, I've said my piece, and please, can we cut the Quiet Man so I never have to see it again
Yeah,
until
Yeah,
next
let's do
year?
Quiet
yeah,
Man,
yeah,
'cause otherwise I'm gonna
yeah,
feel like I'm
yeah.
part of your psychotic
It's
break.
for all these reasons.
Hey,
we must
actually,
cut it.
actually, you know when you line up the echoes in Alan Wake 2 and it plays
Stop
like
it.
the FMV and it does the cool overlay thing? Guess who did that first?
No, stop it, stop
Quiet Man.
it.
Was it lining up like an Eclipse thing?
No, it just goes. I'm gonna download
what?
clips of this game, right? And then I'm gonna walk up to Sam Lake and be like, Sam, thank you for
Explain
everything.
this.
Thank you
He
for
just
everything.
takes it and
I know
breaks it?
everything.
You were an
I know
It's gonna be
absolute
like
everything,
that.
Sam.
It's gonna be like that clip of Kojima when somebody plays that Russian song for them, and it sounds like the Metal Gear
Yeah,
2
yeah.
theme, and he's like, "Oh God, I've plagiarized this."
Sam's like, where'd you get that? And he just
H-
breaks
H-
it.
Man.
H Bomber guy is taking
H-Bomber
notes.
guy coming right now.
He's like, Sam's like, can I talk to you in the sauna for a second, please?
H-Bomber guy, call the video the Quiet Sam.
Oh God, we're blowing all this good content. All right. I'm gonna cut the Quiet
All right.
Man because I can't
Good.
anymore.
That was actually making me uncomfortable.
Can I get? Would it be possible for me to get Metroid Prime on this list? How's everyone
It
feeling
is.
It's
about
on
that?
there.
It's on
Oh
there.
yeah,
No,
it's
I
on
mean
there,
like
but
on the
like,
final
bold.
list.
Oh,
Okay,
I think that is a very lucid take. I think Metroid
It's-
Prime
a
is
fantastic
phenomenal.
game.
Grub,
Yes.
you know what? You also just asked, so all right.
Thank you. All right, cool. That's what I wanted to see. I just want to see how
Wait.
much if there'd be any pushback.
Can I get
Did
Bloodborne
anyone-
on this list?
All
It's
right.
on that list. Did
Right,
anyone
Rob?
play oh shit, what's it called? Night Divers did it. They remade it.
System Shock.
System Shock.
Oh.
I did play some of that, and that is very good. It's
Yeah.
honestly, that's the one. It's like best game I bounced off of. It should have been in there. I wish I would have had more time for that. It came out like when I was still playing a lot of Zelda and stuff. It's excellent. It's really well done. It is very of its time. It's a good game for this category because it's not trying to be a new take on System Shock. It's trying to be that old game but updated, and they did a really good job of that. But I did fall off after like 2 hours because I was playing so many.
I
other
remember that
things.
quick look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me offer up Half-Life to take off because I just wanted to say my spot on it, and I'm going to keep playing it, and I'll probably bring it up again. But I haven't played enough right now to really vouch for it top 3. But
Okay.
it's awesome.
We can also cut
I-
Star Ocean.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very okay.
It's very okay. I think it does the 2.5D style in a different manner than other games have. And hey, Game Freak, if you're listening, do it like those guys, please.
Yeah.
Mike Minotti had me play over 3 hours of an endless game of Mary Kate and Ashley Sweet 16 for GameCube.
Hell
I just
yeah.
want to point out that game is not on this list.
He did wake me up in my feverish
no-
stupor to tell me that he broke you with it. So I kind of think
yeah.
there's some value to this game.
Oh, whoever just typed it in, I was not advocating it. I was just bringing up that it's not on this list as a.
And it
does
sounded
not-
like you're advocating for it.
No,
good
no.
reason.
Kind of sounds like
Just-
you're advocating for it.
Okay, it wins.
Uh,
Take that off.
all right. What is Space War?
Okay, so in 1962,
Oh, God.
Stanford invented video games with Space War. So really, this is the oldest video game. And okay,
You
we
can't
can
win
cut
it on
I'm
a
sorry.
technicality.
We can cut
No,
it.
no,
I'm
get
sorry.
it.
Okay. All right.
How are we feeling about Super Mario RPG?
I loved it.
It's the thing I wish I was playing right now because I
Yeah.
haven't finished it, and it's like
Okay.
I keep. It's really good.
It is. I'd only played the game once, and it was in one sitting, so I didn't really remember much of it. So I figured, like, okay, well, I'll load it up. I'll see kind of how it looks and plays and everything. And I just wound up playing through the whole thing in a few days and just loved every second of it. I think it holds up great. The remake, the visuals are like perfect remake visuals, and then they
Yeah.
kind of are evocative of the original style, but they just look nice and clean. And it's a better experience overall. Great Switch game. I could see that saying. I really loved it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let's keep it for now.
Dead by Daylight and Phasmophobia.
Dead by Daylight, I think
Got Nicolas Cage in it this year.
it does have Nicolas Cage. I think I wound up enjoying Texas Chainsaw Massacre more just because, it's taking that Dead by Daylight formula and iterating on it and making it a little bit more user-friendly. That being said, Dead by Daylight, it's insane that game is still so popular. It does feel like, though, if you were trying to get into the game, it does have power creep really, really bad. Because when we were playing with Christian, he put on like the monster from The Ring and absolutely destroying us and dismantling us pretty handily. So I think we can cut Dead by Daylight.
I'm really glad we got into those games this year, though. I have had a lot of fun with them. They're good.
I like those games.
It is good for the phantom category of games you played once or twice with your friends and then didn't touch again. It's definitely could hang there.
Same thing with
I'm really glad we.
Phasmophobia is that game for me because it made me exceedingly motion sick.
Oh, yeah.
Lucy,
And
we
for
have
that
to play it
reason,
with VR.
God.
Okay. Phasmophobia, Dead by Daylight gone.
I'm glad that we played Alpha Protocol because I'd always heard about all the stuff it does, and it does seem very kind of forward thinking for when it came out. But I didn't think it was that great to play in 2023. So
also, I'm so uncomfortable how funny Mike found the gay cheetah joke.
He loved it. He bought that jacket right away. Yeah,
made a big deal about that, and I don't want that representing the site.
Sure.
Yeah, that game fucking sucks. I hated every waking moment of it. It made me feel dumb, and I would appreciate it if we delete it and never speak of its presence again. Thank you.
We can cut.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Matt Rory.
Just my take. It's my take.
Tam-Y.
What?
Was he done?
Tam-Y.
What?
You're okay. I thought it was your name still next to it. It's underneath it. Who put Stranger of
He did
Paradise?
this.
He did. Of course he did. He's the worst liar.
What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't put that on there. It's insane.
I watched
Don't blame me.
your name
bad
type
liar.
it.
Someone roll back the tape, please.
I did not put that on there. I put Bloodborne on there.
Well, yeah, of course you put Bloodborne there.
I mean, that's like it's just. But Bloodborne
Listen,
doesn't make
Jan,
sense.
don't fucking put on Stranger of Paradise
on there if he put Bloodborne on there.
Exactly.
It's not
I'm putting for the one that I know will win. Jan, don't put shit on there and then be like, oh, how did this get on here again? This game that I keep pretending I don't like, but
I put the Quiet Man on.
Oh, you can't put two games on? What kind of mad shit is this?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say we cut it. Are we okay with cutting Stranger of Paradise?
I mean, if you want to betray
Yeah,
your
I
own
mean, I'm
beliefs,
fine.
yeah,
and
whatever.
Bloodborne too. Like it. Bloodborne,
Absolutely not. No, listen.
No,
Giantbomb.com is a website that I adore. One of the greatest travesties of all time is the fact that it didn't win the Game of the Year award in the year they came out because some other wank run it.
Don't fucking look at me, man.
I don't know what it was. Someone in chat will probably be able to figure out what bullshit won it that year, but I feel like this is a time to rectify something.
I don't.
that
What year
has
was
been-
Bloodborne?
2015.
Yeah.
I don't
2015.
think.
It was fucking that we made Mario, but you gotta make all the levels yourself because you're
Oh, man, that's
got
a good
Mario
game.
Maker.
Bollocks.
Yes, and I believe
Absolute-
Crazy. That is.
and I believe
crazy.
Metal
Bollocks.
Gear. I believe Metal
Top
Gear was number
10.
two.
I mean, look.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll allow that. I'll allow that.
But like, this
Mario
is not
Maker-
where Bloodborne should get
Bollocks.
its recognition, though. Don't you agree that Bloodborne is bigger than this category?
Oh yeah, no, I mean like if you wanna put it in Game of the Year, I'm down for that. But
No, I'm
like,
just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't get the vengeance it deserves.
Wait a
right
minute. Bloodborne
here.
was 2015.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same year as Witcher.
That did not make the top 10.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What?
If I'm to be affiliated with this website, I need
Wait,
to have that
what?
fixed. I need that fixed.
Shut up.
Can you? What
just
else
looked at
was
it.
in that list? What else was in
Dan,
that
do you
list?
have it in front of
Look,
you?
none of us were there. We can't blame anybody on this call
Yeah,
for that.
except
Can you read out the rest of the
Absolutely
list?
there.
Can you read out the rest of the list?
I can.
Go on.
Number 10, The Witcher 3.
Okay,
Number 9,
whatever.
Invisible Ink, which, Austin
Okay.
really went to bat for that. So if you want to blame someone, he bumped
Yes,
off
but
Bloodborne.
we're
would have
gonna
been
blame
on there.
Austin. No one's ever blamed Austin for anything.
Okay.
Number 8 was Grow Home, which everyone agrees is better than Bloodborne, right?
That's fucking.
This is
insane.
unbelievable.
This list?
This is
Oh my God.
unbelievable.
This list is such a product.
What else is on this list?
Number 7 is Undertale. Number 6 is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh,
Number 5
That's
is
fucked up. I like that game, but that's
You have
fucked up.
mentioned 0 games better than Bloodborne so far.
That's true. He's right.
Keep
I
going.
like Bloodborne better than most of this
Keep
list. for the
going.
record.
Keep
I
going.
would've- if I were there, I would have fought for Bloodborne. Number 4 is Kerbal Space Program. Number 3 is Rocket League. Number 2 is Phantom Pain, and number 1 is Mario Maker.
Rocket
Bollocks.
League's awesome.
Wait, hang on. 2015, where's The Witcher?
It was
This is
10.
number 10.
It was
Oh,
number
10,
10.
okay.
10.
I would
10,
have thought
10.
if
That's
I
so
had
fucked
been
up.
there, I would have fought for Witcher to get knocked off and Bloodborne to go up. But
Dog.
Bloodborne
It's,
came out in like March. It's all that's a recency bias.
That's
Honestly,
recency
I don't-
bias.
Skill
I'm not
issue?
going to go back.
big on it. I don't know if any of us ever talked about that.
That's
back then.
insane that no one. What?
Did
How
Brad
did you
like it?
all
Not
miss that?
one
I don't
person
remember even talking
put
about it.
probably the greatest game of all time on that list. Unbelievable.
It is
Just let
crazy
me
it's not in the
let
top
me
10.
have this. Let me
don't-
have this, okay?
I don't remember even discussing it for top 10.
Unbelievable. Like this
I
is
like
one of
that
the
game a lot. I think that game's great.
Dude, I can't believe Grow Home is on that list.
Yeah,
what the
Grow-
fuck?
Grow home.
number
Grow
seven.
Play Grow Home right now.
is what everyone should do.
Grove's
Oh,
good.
what happened?
okay.
Oh,
my
okay.
fucking
okay.
God.
Oh, here we go.
Right.
Here we go. Somebody look back. Bloodborne was on Brad's list, Rory's list, and my list. So us three were fighting for
Okay,
it.
good.
Yes,
And yet
it's on my
somehow,
list.
funny how
somehow
that just
fucking
changed
Grow
around.
Home go up on the top 10 and
believe this,
Bloodborne
Mike?
did it.
Hey, the climbing
Man, how-
felt good.
How overrated is Bloodborne, right?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike,
Hi,
what's
Mike.
Jan's favorite movie?
Dan Ochoa?
Yeah.
His favorite movie? I don't know. Trolls 2?
Hey, Mike, can
Yeah.
you just say this? Because the way you sound, can you just say, drive around in the second window, please?
Drive around the second window, please.
Oh,
right,
nice.
yeah, that's fine.
nice.
That's
Very
fine.
good.
Drive
Hey,
around.
Tam, I want to get some more points from Tam here.
Yeah.
Brad had it as his personal number 8.
Okay.
Jason had it as his number 7. Me,
Okay.
the highest of the entire crew at a 6.
Okay.
So there you go.
I always tell people that Dan is the smartest member of
Thank
the
you,
Giant
thank
Bomb
you.
crew.
That's kind of what I'm going
Past,
for.
present,
So thank
past,
you.
present,
Yes.
and future. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Tam.
I would like to submit that one of these games gets bumped for Bloodborne, just so we can rectify history somewhat and have it be representative.
Let's lock it in. Let's lock it
Why-
in. You know,
Why don't you
It's-
just
it's
make
winner.
a separate Bloodborne vengeance category?
If you want to make a separate category that is the Bloodborne Vengeance Award and make number
Might
one
be.
Bloodborne, and then number 2 is Game of the Year edition of Bloodborne, and number 3 is the Old Hunters DLC. I'll take that.
only if Grow Home is like the runner up there.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Tam, I did change this category to Bloodborne presents Old Game of the Year.
I
The
still,
winner
think
has to be
I still
Bloodborne.
think Bloodborne should be in there, even though it's Bloodborne Presents. And
Yes,
keep that.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
okay.
agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, how about this? Bloodborne,
Wait.
Hitman, and Metroid Prime.
I like that.
I like that.
Okay,
I like that.
hold on,
Sorry,
hold on.
Sean.
I like that a lot.
Hang on.
Mike?
Look at it here.
Mike, we need you to talk about Mortal Kombat Special Forces and
Yeah,
how
that's
it should
his-
stay
that's
on
his
this
baby.
list.
Oh God, yeah, that game
It's his
is
baby.
bad. That game sucks. It's lame. It's not even as like fun bad as it should be because it's so boring and it's nothing. There's nothing to that game. You just walk around and punch things. No, that game sucks. Okay, not to be the guy. I know we just made peace. We're gonna really do Bloodborne over Super Mario RPG?
Yep.
What about Bloodborne is special this year, aside from Tam's incredible passion?
The fact that it exists makes it special every
Wait,
year,
it's gonna
Mike.
win every year?
Yes.
Well, then it needs its own category then.
There's no Mallow or Gino in Bloodborne.
There's
that's a good
Lady
point.
Maria of the
Yeah.
Astral Clock Tower.
Lady Maria's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. You guys and your Bloodborns. You know, I played that game. It was okay.
What? Okay. What about we take Hitman out for Super Mario RPG?
No.
That's a hard sell.
No, that's crazy talk.
That's insane.
But I might be okay with taking Metroid Prime out for Super Mario RPG.
No, I am not okay with that. I am not okay with that.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Well, you
Okay.
should have turned up on
Grow
time.
out of here. Look, some of us
Good
are
point.
working
It's a
today,
good
all right?
point.
Some of us are in LA already.
What? This is my job.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know what that
In one fell swoop, Mike has made an enemy of everyone.
Yeah,
I
that
saw,
was a poor.
I saw you start to say that and then realize what you were saying and,
Yeah, that
and
makes
just
no
die
sense.
inside.
I guess I meant some of us are in LA already, is what I meant by it.
Oh, I see.
Where the real work happens.
God, Hollywood Mike is a lot. It's
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
maybe
can see
we
the
can.
Hollywood sign right there. It's beautiful.
Okay.
All right. So we can cut Sekiro, despite it being an amazing game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great if we just had 3 FromSoft games that didn't come out this year in here. But yeah,
This is best old game, and the reason I'm making my case is because I literally played it again recently, and it's unbelievable how good. Like, jokes aside, that original list is like a great list. Grow Home's a great game. Not taking the piss out of anyone who was involved in that decision making. But like, have you played Bloodborne lately? It is.
You're right. It is
insane how good that game is. Now, even now, like, I've played all of these games this year, and without a doubt, like, bias obvious, but like, Bloodborne fucking rules. Like, I played that game. I was like, after I played a bunch of Lies of P, and I was like, Lies of P is really good, but there's still some magic that is just like no one can capture it in this game.
I mean, but also, isn't that argument like, I played Link to the Past this year, and that game's still really fucking good,
Make a case,
like,
make a case for it. Make a case for it.
But I'd rather showcase like a Mario RPG or something like that had something like specific to this year come out,
If you want to take that approach, sure. I'll take Bloodborne off, but it still has to be the Bloodborne Presents Old Game of the Year.
Sure, yeah. We can give it that.
I'll allow that, yeah. I mean, Super Mario RPG is fantastic. I love it.
Okay, so
How did Grow Home get on here? I take it all back.
Yeah, get that out of here.
The climbing felt really good.
yeah,
We all played Jusant this year.
Wow, 2015, huh? What a year. I guess.
That was a
Sonic
good
the
year for
Hedgehog
games.
2006. Do we want to keep that on at all?
We don't have to. It's worth acknowledging that there was a lot of, I don't know if joy is the word, but we laughed a lot. Yeah, you probably enjoyed it more than I
Paths
did.
were found.
It's very, very funny to play.
Dan, remember that number ball?
Oh my God.
Oh God,
Like
clipping.
it is memorable in a way that a lot of games aren't. I'll give it credit for that, but we can cut it.
Remember, Dan, when you could have played Psi-Ops instead?
Oh yeah, the entire year that I spent playing Sonic could have been Psi-Ops.
Yeah.
Still play Psi-Ops. Why are we not playing
Dude.
Psi-Ops?
Psyops rules.
Yes, it does.
All right, I'm going to put it on just to take it off.
Okay.
That's like me putting something on my to-do list that I've already done.
Yeah. You hit that tick
Ooh.
immediately.
Yeah,
Good
that's
strat, Lucy. Good
good.
strat.
Yeah, man.
It's a good way to like build momentum.
Wake up. All right.
Yeah. No, I literally have that. I literally have get out of the bed and make a bed every day, and I take it off. And I'm like, I'm doing great today.
All right.
Breathe in, breathe out.
We have our locks here, and we're going to need to make cuts out of these locks. For Bloodborne presents Old Game of the Year, we have Bloodborne.
Bloodborne can go now.
Yeah, we
Oh,
were
okay.
Bloodborne's up.
Bloodborne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super Mario RPG, Titanfall 2, Hitman, Metroid Prime, Grow Home, and Psi-Ops, the Mind Game Conspiracy.
I think we can cut the last two.
And then I think we could probably cut Titanfall 2. A game
Yeah,
that
I'm sorry,
we
Sean.
did have fun with this year, and I loved it, but I wish I would have played more of it. Then maybe it would be easy to put on this list. But as is, I think Hitman, Metroid Prime, and Super Mario RPG sound just right to me.
How
those are
much
really good.
Hitman did we play this year?
Early, in the
I was
first half of the year, I
watching
played a
it too.
ton, and then when Zelda came out, I stopped playing.
Here's the thing I'm gonna say. I think that with that list, Hitman, Metroid Prime, and Super Mario RPG, it is technically correct, but we are just rewarding 3 games that were re-released in this year or have been updated to a degree. I think it will be
The
more
re-releases were
interesting.
good.
Yeah, but it'll be more interesting if you include one game that has had nothing changed to it, and yet it's still relevant and it's still really exciting and really interesting. And if we wanted to do that, I feel like we should still have Titanfall 2 in there. I would rather take Titanfall 2 than one of these other games. And for me, like, just because then we could just call this remake of the year, which is
Sure.
which is like kind of a boring category. Like, I would like to do like best old game. It's like
I
this
think
game
you're right.
rules.
I get,
And like
when we did
Titanfall
that-
2 is easily the right pick for that.
Because we did that stream, and I think all of us were unanimously like, "Holy
I
shit! Like this game is
just
still so
love
fresh and
Burn
new
so bright.
feeling." And game multiplayer games now have not matched kind of the frenetic nature of that game. I'm with you. I was really taken aback by how good it is still.
For me, these are like my 4 babies. Really, these are all. If you want to swap out Titanfall 2 for literally any of these 3, I'll be fine. I like all of these games so much. So, what are we leaning toward?
Maybe as the other as another Nintendo pervert here, I would pick Metroid Prime over Mario RPG still. Even though Prime was
Okay.
labeled a remaster and RPG a remake, somehow Prime's re-release was more impressive, and Prime is ultimately a better game than the original still, but something about what they did with Prime was incredible to me.
Yeah, and as a package overall, it's just like so compelling. Like that is a whole bunch of good gaming.
So are we cutting
okay, let's
Super
we're cutting
Mario.
Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Is that okay, Dan?
I can see the argument. Sure.
Okay.
So we have Titanfall 2, Hitman, and Metroid Prime.
Man,
Who's the
Congrats,
winner?
I would argue that Hitman, like, how often is it that you take this existing game, 3 existing games technically, and then through it feels like underselling it to call it a mode, but by lack of a better term.
They had the mode, but they also just made it Hitman World of Assassination.
That's
So they
true.
brought all of it into one package that simplifies it and puts it all in front of you. And then they added the freelancer roguelite mode that is one of the better additions to a game like that in a long time. A lot of games are doing the roguelite mode now. This one feels like the most substantial and the most meaningful to any of those games.
And I can't think of another older game that, like, you know, by older, I mean even just a year or two or a few years, that has done something so substantial. And it's like, it's not a remake, it's not a re-release or anything. It's just like, hey, here's an update that adds a completely new way to play this game. I would lean towards Hitman on this.
I mean, and I think it started a trend. Last of Us Part 2 like is getting a roguelite mode similar to this, and it's I think we're going to see a lot of big games go down this road in the future. And it's like, once again, Hitman is ahead of the curve by so much compared to where everyone else is.
You hear that, H-Bomber guy? Jeff Grubb just said that Last of Us is plagiarizing Hitman.
We're bringing up
Get his
HBO Bomber Guy a lot today.
HBO Bomber Guy?
A 4-hour video. So,
You watch a 4-hour video about a person, you're going to be thinking about him a lot.
Max presents. Max. Oh shit! I spilled coffee on my.
Can we give him a category?
H-Bomb, yeah, let's do it.
H-Bomber Guy.
H-Bomberman award for the most derivative game.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like, we have the Please Stop award, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do we? Where?
Not
Is
today.
it? No, not today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, H-Bomber Guy presents.
Please stop.
Or something
You
like
could
that.
just have him, I don't know, you could have him sponsor the, I don't know if I'm spoiling categories, never mind. I don't want to do
Oh
that.
yeah, we could put sponsored by.
Last one.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to say is, like, I think has Hitman. This is not trying to sway anyone anyway, but Hitman has received. I think, didn't they get a Game of the Year from?
It
I
did.
think
It
2016.
gets a lot of giant bomb
Yeah.
love. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very
And
good.
it
but yeah.
deserves it.
It
Yep.
deserves it
It
100%. Did Titanfall ever get anything like that?
What
We
year was
can't give
that?
out an award based on the
No,
fact
no,
that
no.
it's
This
one
isn't the
level.
campaign.
No.
we're
What I'm
doing
saying
here.
is, like, we have got like plenty of opportunities to look at the history of this stuff and see, like, has it been measured?
I'm curious
to
what
the
we
degree.
gave it.
Yeah, I'm curious too now, because Titanfall
what year
2
did Titanfall come out?
seems like such a
20.
Number
I
5.
think it
16.
like I
It
think
was
it got
16
like
because it
pretty
was the
high up.
same year
Yeah.
as Dishonored 2,
I-
and they both had time travel levels.
Yeah,
What did
I
we give
personally
that?
would
Oh.
give it to Hitman, but just
Okay,
wanted
we
to-
gave
I
it,
was
we
just
gave it to
interested in
Hitman.
it.
We gave it to Hitman. I'll go from 10 again. 10, we had Stardew Valley, then Thumper, Hyperlight Drifter, Inside, Super Hot, Titanfall 2 was number 5, and then we had The Witness, Overwatch, Doom, and Hitman.
Yeah, that's
That was
good
a
list.
that's a good year. That's a
Mhm.
good ass year.
Good stuff there, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Hitman. I would like to see Hitman win, but
Yeah, Hitman.
I think so. Yeah.
it's
I
the best
enjoyed-
of both worlds. New
Yeah.
content for an old
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I love the idea of Titanfall 2 winning suddenly, but no, Hitman. Let's go Hitman.
It's like a close race, I think. But
It is.
Hitman just ekes out and snaps like
Yep.
all the Titans' necks.
I'm glad that Titanfall 2 has had this resurgence in the last couple of weeks. That's been fun to see.
I also I can't forget about those hot dogs Dan and I shared in Copenhagen.
Of course.
course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a lock. I think that's it for category number 2.
Hell yeah.
Bloodborne presents Old Game of the Year. Runners up, Titanfall 2, Metroid Prime, with the winner being Hitman. And folks, I think that takes us to our first break here. We've got 2 categories out of the way. We've got 4 more to go. Mike, we got some special news for you. We actually had to rectify this
Yeah, so I think like given that I talked about this in Slack, I think we should mention it. So
Look
we
how
had
nervous he is right now.
yeah,
Oh, no.
we had a discussion about the best 2022 game we didn't talk about, and
Wait, wait.
We wish you would have been
Just
here. We wish
listen.
you would have been
Listen
here.
to
the issue we had.
We put it in
Mike,
your calendar.
The
Just
issue we
listen,
had
listen.
was Power Slave was like, admittedly, everyone agrees it's a good game. Grub took some
You're
convincing.
punking me. I'm being
but-
punked.
No, check the
Dude,
document.
No.
Look, it's right there. There's comments and everything.
Yeah,
It's bolded.
it's
Yeah.
It
It's
was a
bolded, that
pick
means
that,
it's official.
admittedly, it was right in the spirit of the thing. But
I
like,
could be hanging out with all the cool people in photo ops at this event, and I came running
Just-
back.
No,
I
you're
said,
gonna-
"They need me, everybody. I
just
gotta
think-
go."
just listen,
I know it's
it's
Cool
irregular.
people. He's gonna
It's
try to find
not-
Donald Duck.
yeah, it wasn't a pick that we think is representative of the site as a whole. Like, it was very specific,
Mhm.
and like
It's my
we felt
birthday
that
week.
immortality.
No,
No, you can't do that.
You
No.
motherfucker.
We felt that immortality
God damn
was a better representation
No,
of
you're punking
So-
me.
us
You're punking
No, we're
me.
not.
as a whole.
The other thing, Mike, is that it's also Nikki's birthday week, and their
Mhm.
birthday
Yeah.
wish canceled yours out.
That's
Yes.
right.
You
Yeah.
can't literally
We
erase
did.
the one pick I put my foot down on. Well, except
We-
for that time I
we
yelled
did
about
feel
pushing.
bad.
but it's,
We did feel bad, and
it's like
we
your
are
foot
sorry.
maybe
but,
doesn't
like,
have that weight. as
Yeah, none
much
of us
as-
wanted
yeah.
to do it, but
Yeah.
our hand was forced. So
I know when
Yeah.
I'm being punked.
It took
It's
some
cute, it's cute,
convincing.
everybody.
It
It's
took some
funny.
convincing, but Grub also got behind it. So I feel like if he can get
No, he
That's the
behind
right
wouldn't.
thing
it,
to do.
I mean, like
If you look at the
it's there.
Google Doc,
He is your proxy.
I mean, there's
That's
a
it. You
paper
know what?
trail.
I was,
No, there's a
I
paper
was
trail.
being polite, not eating these wings on the street. Now I'm just going down on these things. Let's just
Yeah.
fucking go.
Going
Screw you all.
down
Excuse
on
me, excuse
wings.
me.
Can you
Is he
repeat
going
that?
down on
Was that the
wings?
phrase,
Is
Mike?
that what you say?
Now I'm glad that we changed that. Like, fuck.
all right,
That's the
let's-
most
Oh no, I can't.
upsetting
Okay,
thing
you know
I've
what?
ever
I didn't
heard.
want
Mike,
to do this.
you're
I
not
knew
invited to
that
dinner.
this.
You're uninvited to dinner. You're uninvited to dinner. I can't watch you eat.
He just, I just love the idea that he can't say I'm eating a meal. He's always going down on a meal.
Yeah.
I'm
Going
about to go
on these
down
Lucky
on some
Charms.
cereal.
That is
my
the
God.
most.
and I'm about to go down
Put it
on a
back.
quick bricky break. We'll be back
it
with more
back.
categories.
Oh God, Jesus.
Folks, we're back. We've gone down on a break, and now we're going down on the rest of these categories. Mike Minotti, what's the actual best way to eat a chicken wing?
Yeah, don't worry about that. Is this real about immortality? Is that you really replaced Power
Yep.
Slave Exhumed with that?
Yep, let's move on, please.
So we can just change winners whenever, huh? Okay.
Oh,
No, not
you-
whenever.
Well, no,
There was
not
a meeting.
you. Not you.
Yes,
No.
staff
Here's the
members who are
calendar.
working can, yeah.
I think I can maybe get a movement started at our live show to have justice appropriately
Oh,
doled
no.
out here and get Power
A
Slave
movement.
The people have
Exhumed.
never been able to get justice for
Movement.
anything. I highly
Yeah.
doubt this will be a
Yeah.
So
problem.
we'll see. I'm just saying, like I thought it was a funny bit, ha ha ha. But you have wronged me, so now I will incite a mob and destroy you.
Only if there is a fun
Yeah, fair,
dance
fair.
number with the mob. Okay.
Okay. That was-
You're gonna destroy something?
yeah. I'm Mike Minotti, destroyer of worlds.
All right, let's
Look
get
upon
to
my works, ye mighty, and despair.
Mhm.
let's get to the third category of today. My favorite category of today. I put that down so they couldn't see the other category. Whoever's trying to move it.
Oh, that was me.
No.
I thought it was editing my own
No.
list. My bad.
This goober.
I can't believe it was Jeff's fault.
That is surprising.
We need that on a shirt. Third category of today. Best dude chucking. We have RoboCop Rogue City, Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate 3, Skull Island Rise of Kong, Pikmin 4, Spider-Man 2, and Street Fighter 6. Now,
Say
you know-
immediate lock here. We got to put on RoboCop Rogue City. It has
Yes.
that mechanic with incredible dude chucking through windows. It is the reason this exists. I think it's when we did that stream that I was like, hey, Grub, we got to make a note to have that as a category. It is the reason this exists. That's a lock, I think.
Yeah. Like RoboCop isn't like some amazing game. I think it's a lot of fun and it's good. It's definitely overshadowed by all these great games. But that moment in that demo where I grabbed a guy and threw him like out a window and he hit a fire escape aside that on his way down hit another railing and his head like exploded is maybe the greatest thing I did in a video game this year.
Yeah, it was a great moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's an easy lock.
That's an easy lock. Is dude chucking the same as shoving?
I don't
I'm
think
back on my shove train, guys.
I won't get in front of the shove train this time.
To
If you
shove.
did, I just shove you out the way.
Yeah.
Wait, so hang on, when do you chuck in Baldur's Gate? What?
What's chuck? I consider
Who are you
that
chucking?
chucking.
I think
You're
we talked about
chucking.
shoving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's chucking.
Are there
Shoving,
like, can you
chucking.
level it up to a point where it's like there are major physics and you see somebody like
Oh, can
going
you-
off a cliff
Oh,
or something?
stronger people definitely shove
Oh,
farther. Like
yeah.
when Karlak does it, that's chucking.
I think
Okay.
distance is a big consideration for this category. I think
get
you
some
need to make
distance.
sure that you are chucking dudes, like distance, not just like I
mean, you
haven't
can-
seen the shove, so I don't know how much
You
force
can
there
put
is.
like,
people off like
toss the
cliffs and
dwarf.
stuff. Yeah.
Like in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Is that chucking?
Across
I don't
the
know
distance, you're gonna have to point.
I just don't
They're
think it's
gonna have to
chucking.
toss me.
I feel like it becomes chucking if you shove someone off of something very high, because then
No.
the velocity.
Nah.
A
I'm just
chuck
assuming-
is over the
pick, pick up.
overhand.
Overhand.
You gotta pick up.
That's a toss.
Well,
Chuck.
so is
toss.
there chucking in Cyberpunk in that case?
No, wait a second. If that's chucking, then even RoboCop's not chucking because he just grabs.
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
Push.
this has to be best dude tossing. Unfortunately, we have
Ooh,
incorrectly
guy
named.
tossing?
Oh.
Best guy
Going down
tossing?
on things, we're
Oh.
tossing dudes. What's happening here?
Let's keep it. That Baldur's Gate definitely wins.
Okay.
Oh, there are spells that can chuck enemies. Yeah, okay. I'm sad that I didn't do that in my playthrough, but you know.
Okay.
it's
I
always
mean,
round two.
okay. Spider-Man 2, you can like kick dudes off of buildings and stuff
Well,
like that. There's not as
Wait,
much.
you can
But that
Spoilers
always
here.
saves them.
Oh, there is a like lasso type thing.
Yeah,
and
No.
there's-
I'm
Yeah.
specifically talking about spoilers. It's game of the year. Please finish games, folks, or be okay with spoilers. When you play as Venom, one of the things you do is just straight up
Oh,
throw
yeah.
dudes.
Oh
yeah.
That's why I threw
Well, okay.
Spider-Man 2 there.
If we need something to cut, does anyone want to make the argument for Cyberpunk? Because I remember like picking up bodies and throwing them off things, but it wasn't like a big forceful like, you know, it's just a general just setting a body down or tossing a body a little bit. It's not like a full on chuck, you know, or toss.
When you get gorilla arms, it does become more of a toss.
Okay.
But I'm okay cutting Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I'm fine with cutting Cyberpunk here.
Okay.
I think we can cut Skull Island. I don't remember a lot of it. If there was chucking in that, it wasn't very good.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, does humanity count?
Oh,
I mean,
that is
you're-
I mean, those guys. No, those guys jump. You kind of.
Yeah, you're directing
You're
them.
not.
Yeah, the
Self-chucking.
dog isn't chucking.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they're tossing themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with Tears of the Kingdom, you can kind of
Sure.
toss dudes.
Sure.
You got to
in what
work
way?
really hard, though. You know, just got to kind of like
Making a seesaw situation or something, and
Pretty much.
I think it's
Okay.
got to be more of a easily accessible mechanic,
Yeah.
Okay.
not convoluted.
Street Fighter. What's good about the dude tossing in Street Fighter?
dudes are getting tossed, women getting tossed. You know, everyone's getting tossed in that game. Like you run up on
Yeah.
people, you hit the throw button. It's a core mechanic. You
But
can
isn't
throw
it just the
forward,
same
you can cover.
tossing?
Nah, they change it every time. Where the
Okay.
implications of the tossing is kind of like different. There's a different effect. There's an entire different animations per dude toss, and who is getting tossed and who is doing the
Right.
tossing.
Can't that
Yeah.
apply to a lot of fighting games throughout
Well,
history?
so like,
I mean, you can call
Manon,
that genre the tosser genre, right? It's just a bunch of
Well, wait a
tossers.
second.
Oh, whoa.
specifically Manon, her like super special ultra attack, she
Yeah.
like tosses a person around and dances with them. And if it's like a critical art, like her health is low, she sings a song while doing it, and that
Yeah.
might be the single toss of the year.
She's like a dancer character, so all of her
Mhm.
fighting involves like these elegant, beautiful moves, and she's at the same time just tossing
Tossing
around,
dudes
You know?
Yeah.
left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, Marino actually brings out a lovely point. In Jedi Survivor, you can toss dudes with the Force.
Oh, you can.
yeah,
Oh, that's
more
good.
of a shove. That's more of a shove, right?
It's a full shove.
I think
Yeah.
you get to a point where you can like almost force choke them. You're not really choking. You're like lifting them up and like throwing them, right? Isn't that how it works?
Oh, you're
eventually?
Psi-Opsing them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Psi-Ops presents best.
I think
dude
that's
tossing.
right.
I'd be okay renaming that category, actually.
There you go. I think I want to keep Pikmin 4.
Well,
That's
that's
the
all
whole
you
game.
do
I
in that
think-
game.
Yeah, Pikmin 4 has a dedicated dude tossing button. And
Yeah.
back when it was on the GameCube, it was the biggest button. It was the A button. It was
Right.
dude toss. Like that's how critical it is to Pikmin. So I think that's got to be a lock. And Pikmins are dudes.
No,
Like,
Pikmins are definitely dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little freaky dudes at
Yeah,
night
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're looking for a third one here. And I feel like there's more support, confused support with Baldur's Gate 3 than anything else.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think Spider-Man 2 has got a chance, right? I mean,
I
that
do
Venom's-
too. There's you're
Because that Venom's,
chucking-
yeah,
you're-
like your arms like
yeah.
reach out, can grab like eventually you can power it up so you can grab
And
like 3 dudes.
Yeah, it's
and you
funny
lift them, and then-
too.
Yeah, and you can either I think you could toss them or you could just slam them in the ground.
However,
Okay.
counter argument for Spider-Man, he's too weak. He doesn't let any of them die. No one dies in that game.
That's good.
They
I
all just get
I didn't
knocked
realize
out.
Murder was a
I think-
prerequisite.
And
Tossing
but
dudes
no,
to
I
their
feel
death,
like it's.
yeah.
I feel like
Well-
it softens the toss.
Yeah, it's not a prerequisite, but I think it does amplify it if I do see someone lose their life. If I see the life go
Yeah.
out of their eyes, that does make it better for me.
Then what about
Got a
Pikmin?
toss to completion.
No,
That's a
we
good
don't
point.
need to
That's a good
toss
point.
the completion.
That's a very
here. Why
good
does
point,
everyone? Why,
yeah.
why is murder a prerequisite? I don't know.
Well, no, because like
it's just
Pikmin,
the cherry on top.
Pikmin, it's not murder, but Pikmin, you are murdering with the dude tossing. Like your
Right.
dude tosses are contributing to
Your
murder.
weapon. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That was really dark, Lucy. We're all just glossing over it. Like, what's happening here?
Well, but hang on.
they're-
So when Mike says that him tossing a dude onto a fire escape and the head exploding was the best thing he did in a video game, well, yeah,
Don't
that's
expect
fine.
that kind of
But
talk
when
out of
I
him.
say,
This.
He's a monster. That's how he gets his rocks off. That's how he goes down on things.
I'm with Lucy. It deflates it a bit in Spider-Man when you knock a dude off a roof and you're like, "Hey, fuck you, dude!" And then they get like safely stuck to
But
a
he
building. It's like,
saves
"Oh,
them.
that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to
But
fall." You
I don't
like-
know if Venom specifically saves the dudes, though.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about
Good
Venom,
people. Yeah.
They
Venom,
are.
that guy
You can
listens
tell
to
he's-
new metal all the time.
Ooh,
He's upset.
the murder of music.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mm,
Like he listens to Godsmack and loves it.
Yes.
mhm.
There's nothing but Godsmack and Seven Dust on his playlist.
Okay, I won't do it. Stand alone. Okay, and so, anyway. But you don't play as Venom too much in
Yeah.
all of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Mm.
You swing them around real nice. There are, but like, it's not just Venom chucking. And again, if we can look past the murder requisite, what about like, oh, you're swinging dudes around and like they're plopping off environmental, like,
So
They're
destructible
plopping all over the
objects.
things.
They're
So
plop.
Spider-Man-
It's funny, man. It's satisfying as fuck.
Spider-Man 2 does a lot of things better than the other Spider-Man games. I don't know if the dude chucking is significantly different though.
That's true. The
That's all
first one
right.
had
That's
a
all
lot of
right.
that.
Still there. It still exists.
I'm remembering in Street Fighter 6 that I know you guys were just talking about it, but now I'm visualizing when Manon does that incredible throw, and then it does just like you get thrown off like on behind her shoulder or whatever. That is pretty incredible. Is that
Yeah.
enough to keep it in here? I mean, because it's like maybe the best throw of the year.
It's a very
No,
good
but like
shot.
there's other throws in that game.
Right.
Like when you drive rush into someone and like bait them into doing something and then throw them, or like you know, frame trap them into a throw. There's a lot of applications to a throw. That's a cinematic throw. That's a
Right.
critical art style finisher.
Mm.
But like there's some incredible like normal throw range applications as well. Are we looking at? We're watching the throw on screen. Look at that.
Good
Yeah,
shot,
that was-
man.
That was a
Oh,
good
okay.
throw.
Good somewhere?
Chuck.
There's some
Mm.
spice to
Oh,
that.
okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
It's a good
She's
chuck.
absolutely
Yeah,
living her
yeah.
life. She's
Mm.
about throwing.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
throwing that. She's throwing that meat. We call that a chuck roast.
Mm.
Can we kick him?
Applause.
I got it here. There's a server mute, actually.
We
Yeah.
can just do this. Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
Well, that messed up the whole
Oh, he's gonna be.
He'll be back. He'll be
Yeah.
back. He'll be back.
Kicking him
What
out
if
of
he
game of
doesn't
the
come
year?
back?
You guys, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. Seriously, he's
See, he's not
alone in a
back yet.
hotel room.
He'll be
Oh,
back. Give it a second.
You don't do this to someone who's alone in a hotel room. with
All
a
right,
bucket
someone
of
change
rain.
the
I want
power.
to do it all the time anyway. If somebody explicitly says that I have to carry
There
through
he
with it.
is.
See, he's back. There he is.
Mike.
Wow.
Mike.
There's so
I chucked him.
so much disrespect today towards
Listen,
Mikey. I don't know. what
Minotti.
this is about.
Minotti.
Yes,
I want you to hear
yes.
this from me.
All right,
I've-
please fix
I've-
this.
I've never once kicked you out of any Discord.
I've done it every time it's happened to you. It's
Yeah,
been
I
me.
know.
I have-
I know it's the culprit.
Just remember
Honestly,
that.
Mike,
this
I
week.
give you a lot of shit, and I have
Yes.
never done it. But I want you to know, if I had the ability to do it, I would do it.
Mike, I'm going to do it so many more times in the time we're going to know each other.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Now, should that
I
be
res- I re-
nominated? Should that be nominated?
Yeah, Dan.
Best
Getting
Mike.
Austin,
kicked out
Mike.
of calls? Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a
That's a pretty
minute.
good do, Chuck.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, what?
Is how we're treating Minotti the way I was treated on the Beastcast?
No.
Oh, no.
No,
Am I
100%.
am I
No.
Minotti?
You were more like Wilson in Home Improvement.
Okay, well, somehow that made a ton of sense to me.
Mike, I think we're best friends.
All right, let's go.
Aw,
Well,
cute.
yeah, I know. I always said Tam was my best friend, but he's been like, I don't know. Like, there's weird vibes today, Tam. We were working together on Street Fighter 6 for a bit. That felt good, and now it's
Yeah,
real-
so good. Yeah.
real
You had a
aggro.
temporary truce.
To be clear, I've never acknowledged that he's my best friend.
Yeah,
So-
well, you don't have to when you're a
For
real
the
best
record,
friend,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
do that when we're
Yeah,
real
yeah,
best
yeah.
It
friends.
breaks my heart every time you bring it up.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
Okay, kicking
Kicking-
Mitch. Okay, you know,
That's pretty good.
there's
That's
nothing.
pretty good.
There's nothing in this category. The title that says it has to be in a game. You know.
Yeah,
No.
Psi-Ops presents best dude tossing.
It is tossing a dude.
Yeah, tossing a dude.
This thing right here says the real Game of the Year awards, but yeah, aside from that part, it doesn't mention game in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it says real right in it. And what's realer than real life? And there you go.
Okay. All right. We need to start
Who's
cutting
going to
stuff.
bat for Baldur's Gate?
I mean, my win is RoboCop. Like, regardless of
Sure.
what the top three is, like, I
Right,
feel like
right.
everyone's gonna go RoboCop.
But if we have to cut, like, is anybody like trying to say Baldur's Gate?
Oh, no, because I like a shove more than a toss.
Yeah.
Okay. Baldur's
Good
Gate
to
3,
know.
cut.
I would
I'm
put Spider-Man 2 just on the basis of it's good, but it's the same dude chucking we've had. in
Mhm.
those games.
Yeah, I think that Street Fighter 6 throw really is in my heart now.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
I was gonna say it should be easier to throw dudes in Spider-Man. You got to do a couple more
Yeah.
button
Yeah.
presses.
Yeah, you got to really work at it in Spider-Man, I think.
And for as much as I love it, I'm gonna say we should cut tossing Mitch out of Discord calls.
Yeah.
You never let
Fair
us
enough.
I
have fun.
agree.
I don't want him to win anything. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Right.
I think
Right.
we should maybe consider keeping that.
Nope. It's gone now. It's gone now, Mike.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna make Street Fighter 6 red, and I think the call here is RoboCop Rogue City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Robert Kopp. Robert Kopp is a good winner.
Robert
Yep.
Coppinson.
definitely.
Robo wants Oreos.
Robert Koppenheimer.
All right. Psi-Ops presents Best Dude Tossing. Runners up, Pikmin 4, Street Fighter 6. Winner, RoboCop, Rogue City. Okay.
Yay!
Congrats, Robert
Hell yeah.
Kopp. We'll present you with an Oreo next time we all collectively see you. All right. Next category. Best multiplayer. The nominees are Party Animals, Moving Out 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, WarioWare Move It, Remnant 2, Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I'm going to add Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah.
It's a good
Can
one.
someone give me edit access, please? I've just requested it
Yeah,
I'll get it.
do that.
from my personal email.
Oh, for your okay.
Oh.
If we're looking for cuts here, I didn't play Moving Out 2. I played the first one. Is there anything that 2 does that elevates it above that, just kind of like fun, wacky, physics-based multiplayer? Like, those games are fun, but
I
like,
didn't get far enough into it to see anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one
I
of
didn't
those. We
play
did play that a little bit and then put it down, right?
Yeah, that was a UPF.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can cut it.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
cut
It
it.
was fun. You know, I did really like that. They had good couch chucking. I really like throwing the couch over the side and like working together with
Ooh,
someone.
Solid count.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait. Should we go back a category? Add Moving Out 2 and cut it?
You can't toss other people.
Yeah, if you
in-
could toss us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Found a
could.
dude.
but- Yeah,
Could you? I don't think you can. I don't think you could pick up
could.
a teammate. Yeah.
But that's where that game stood out the most is like the cooperative stuff, and I think that makes it a good one for this category. But we didn't play it enough, and I'm good with cutting it.
Cool.
Okay. I think Baldur's Gate 3 might be a lock. And I've only played this multiplayer with Grub twice.
Yeah, I did. It's pretty impressive
that
the way
was
it
very
works.
fun.
Yeah, because it's just the ability to go off on your own and have the game recognize that everyone's doing their own thing and being able to account for all that stuff. It's kind of outstanding.
Yeah.
Don't you have to like make a new character that only exists in the online?
It exists
like,
in
didn't we-
Grub's
it-
world, at least.
It doesn't exist online. It exists in my game. Yes.
Well,
so
that's
if you're playing my game,
I remember trying to play it on stream, and I already had a character, and I wasn't able to bring it in because, like,
right? Because
it
you're
has-
joining someone else's campaign. It's
Okay.
very. It makes a lot of sense if like for D&D. I get why it's like a little annoying when you're like, I just want to bring my character in here. It's like that's not what you're doing. You're joining someone else's campaign, and so that you need a campaign character.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar can live with you forever.
Yes.
Still there. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make a run.
I think Super Mario Brothers Wonder is also a lock, though.
Yeah,
I was
agree
gonna
with that.
say, hearing
It's
you guys
really
talk
good.
about it, yeah.
Very good.
The great tragedy of it is the best the part of it that is the best multiplayer is not couch multiplayer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
That's right.
true.
I want to bring up WarioWare here because, like, we did the whole stream where I played through all the single player levels. But when my sister was in town, we did a bunch of 2-player stuff, and I did some of the 4-player stuff over the weekend with MinMax. And it's like there's so much more than meets the eye if you just do the single player stuff. There's a mode where one person holds the Joy-Cons and they stand like where they can't see the TV. And then the person standing watching the TV doesn't have any controllers. So they're seeing the mini games, and with no controllers, they have to mimic the motions, and then the person who can't see the TV with no context has to try to mirror the
that's
motions,
cool.
which is super chaotic, fun party game stuff. There's a full-on like Mario Party mode that is like more bullshit than Mario Party in a good way, where it's a full dice-based board game thing with all like unique games. It's not just like the GameCube version of the GBA game. It is like dedicated games for this 4-player thing, where all 4 of you have to squat. And you have a stamp on your ass and like a roll of sheets or you have to like stamp with your ass with timing like to fit the ass.
Clam slam.
Yeah, clam. So you have to clam slam the papers. Yeah, there's a bunch of just really weird stuff that you wouldn't know if you just play the single player game. And I was really, really into all of it. So like,
I
would like,
did it with my kids, and they were even like really getting into it. Even though they're like kind of over Mario stuff, they're like, "This is still fun. We want to play this a lot." And it was a good time. I really enjoyed what I played. The board game is messed up though, right? Like almost every spot is like, go back to the beginning.
oh,
Fuck
it's fucked
you.
up or trade
It's
spots. Yeah,
insane.
it's complete horseshit in the best way. But then like even when you're doing the modes where you're playing the standard games from the single player campaign, they've made a lot of them co-op in a way where it's not just like, oh, you're both playing this mini game at the same time. Who did it faster? It's stuff where it's like, okay, you got to put out the fire and there's the waterfall and one person has to pour their bucket into the next person's bucket. So you have to coordinate and then put out the fire. Like they've done a lot of really, really smart tweaks to make it a really solid party game.
I like it a lot.
I think Street Fighter should be on this in the picks. It's entirely about multiplayer. It's the best Street Fighter in a long time. And also, I don't know if you've played the Battle Hub stuff, the World Tour stuff, gone into the multiplayer. There's some wild shit happening in there. Like you go into the area where it's like that arena, and there's loads of like arcade setups around. And the way you challenge people to fight is you sit down at an arcade, which is something that's been done previously, like a machine on side by side, but then other people can gather around, and if you want to spectate a match, you like watch them and gather around it. You can also just fight within the hub itself instead of going into a fight, but it's not like a straight on Street Fighter match. It's like these goofy avatars are doing dumb shit together. Also, your avatars are made using a character creator suite that is surprisingly robust, so you can go in there and be like, oh, there's Omni-Man and Rihanna and what looks like a 9-foot Knuckles for some reason that is like looks like a human for some reason, and it is super dumb, super fun, and it is like I think it's like one of the best multiplayer experiences of the year. Again, a game entirely about playing multiplayer, or a significant part of it is about playing multiplayer, and it's like a lot of fun. Fundamentally from the mechanic system, but also like the bells and whistles that they put around the multiplayer experience is also really, really engaging.
That sounds
I
like a
agree.
lock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And also the it actually works. Like a fighting getting games to function and not be like a laggy mess is tricky. Like even all these years later, but Street Fighter 6 netcode is really, really, really good.
Yeah, it's great.
Love to hear it. I think we can go ahead and cut Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah. It was all right.
Mike, please, yes.
It was good. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was fine, but I had no desire to play it again after the UPF.
I wound up playing too much of it after that UPF. Shouts out to my level 20 Connie. But
oh wow,
I played way too much of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I feel like my brain was broken.
Is that gonna be on like your top 10, Jan? You don't have to spoil. You don't have to say it if you don't want to. But I'm curious.
It for the longest time was like locked in as my number 10.
Okay.
Just because I had a lot of fun with it, but it does, similar to Dead by Daylight. If you're a newer player trying to jump in, I can see it being incredibly challenging to have any fun because everyone else has been playing it. That being said, let's feed Grandpa some more blood.
Yeah, of course.
That was great.
Everybody knows the Grandpa meta.
While we're cutting, can we cut Remnant 2, Diablo 4, and 1-2 Switch?
Remnant 2 is
Shotgun Blast.
Yeah, Remnant 2 should get out of here.
Remnant 2 is a really good game, and it is a cool shooter, Dark Souls kind of thing, and it's fun to go in there with friends a bunch. But yeah, we can cut it. It's not going to hang here.
Okay. Diablo 4, I forgot.
Didn't play it in multiplayer. Oh no, they did the cool shared world.
Yeah.
Stuff, right?
I played a lot of Diablo 4, and they did like try to MMOize it a bit, and there's some consequences of that with the world events and whatnot. Not a ton. I mean, the multiplayer is good. It was good in Diablo 3, right? And that still all works here. But yeah, I can't even put into words why Diablo 4 has kind of been really overshadowed this year. And I know there was like some stuff with the hardcore fans complaining about slow content or like imbalance, whatever. But, just playing through it, I enjoyed it. I was playing some of the season stuff, but it just was hard to really want to stick with that with all this other exciting stuff going on this year.
Okay. Goodbye, Diablo 4.
See ya.
1-2 Switch was not great.
Yeah, who even played that? Actually?
Yeah, why is that on here?
Played it.
Yeah, what
It's
it was
not-
an accident.
Who could have done this?
Not good.
We're all looking for the guy.
I didn't have it.
We're all looking for the guy.
Party Animals was a lot of fun when we played it that one
That
UPF.
was really
Yeah,
fun.
that was
Yeah.
a good stream.
That
That
was
had a lot.
fun.
It was a lot of
It
fun.
was really fun. I think in a world where Gang Beasts didn't exist and we hadn't played a lot of that before,
Sure.
I think this would have been more striking. This just felt like another Gang Beast type thing that had some fun ideas, like when you get knocked out and you can like earn the coins and throw the stuff. Like definitely a lot of fun. I didn't get a feeling coming out of it that was remarkably different than playing Gang Beasts.
It does what it says on the 10. It executed the exact thing it was going for in every way. But you're right. I think maybe it doesn't rise above that because it is pretty derivative.
Okay. Party Animals. So we have our 4 here. We need to cut one and then crown one winner. We have WarioWare Move It, Street Fighter 6, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay. I just want to I want to suggest getting rid of Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
I know the multiplayer is very good.
Okay.
How many of us actually played that much of it through multiplayer? Are we just doing it because we're like, that is a cool thing over there that we didn't engage with all that much? Or is it from our own experience that we're actually saying we want to give it that award? Or put it
I
in the
only
top
played it
3?
multiplayer on that one stream.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's impressive. I do think it's amazing it exists, but I just think for ours, we should probably cut it.
And there we
Yeah, I'm
go.
cool with that.
We shove Baldur's Gate 3 out of this category. Goodbye,
Bye.
Block.
Bye.
Okay. I think here's where the knives may come out.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Now,
I love Mario
I have
Wonder.
no horse in this race, so I'm just
What?
gonna sit back and enjoy it.
I have 2 horses here, but I will say between WarioWare and Mario has the downside of having a really, really good multiplayer mode, which is the online, and then also one that I have not played for the record, but everyone I've talked to about the local thing with the crown and all that stuff, it sounds like that's kind of a hassle. So it sounds like it's got a good and a bad one, where I feel like with WarioWare, it has multiple multiplayer modes, and they are all unique and super fun.
Yeah.
Or we could just let these Nintendo things cancel each other out and finally give Street Fighter some
Yeah, I feel
real
like
love
just-
over here.
I feel like
Or
Street Fighter is like, if it's gonna win in any category, this is the one. Like, it's made to win this category, and it's executed amazingly well. Like, people take fighting games for granted in that they just exist, and they're like, oh yeah, it's really hard to make a good fighting game. Like, Street Fighter 6 is a fantastic fighting game.
I
And
am
it's got
moved
its
by
ups and downs.
seeing how well it works. Like the
Yeah,
fact that it like the people that play online multiplayer fighting games, and they're not complaining about this one in a way that they've basically complained about this entire genre being online for years and years. That is impressive. Dan, I get the Mario thing, but it actually has two online things that work really well: the playing with strangers and playing with your friends. And so I do. There are like two sides of it.
That's true, and both those are really good.
Both of those are really good. You're right. The local one still is. Yeah, they never really figured that out, and that's weird.
There's probably no way to do it aside from a split screen.
Did the
Honestly,
ability?
I wouldn't be mad about any of these three winning. Everything Tam said about Street Fighter sounds excellent. The Mario online stuff is like shocking that Nintendo got it that well, and WarioWare is such a great, just dumb party game that any of those three I'd be happy with.
I do think the one that would make maybe this doesn't matter, but I'm going to say it anyhow. The thing that would probably be the most impactful here for any of these games would be WarioWare, a game that is getting forgotten and is it didn't sell very well. It got lost in the shuffle, and it winning a category I think could help it out. But I mean, then it's just helping out Nintendo, so who cares? I get that, but
I also think to a certain extent, awarding it to Street Fighter 6 could give it the proper shine, because I also feel like Street Fighter 6 all in all has been a solid fucking product, and kind of outside of Tam, Mike, and Turbo Sean kind of gotten forgotten about from the rest of us.
That's completely agree.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna highlight Street Fighter 6.
Let's go for it.
And then I'm gonna
Yay.
hit
Cut the check, Capcom.
Ooh.
Oh, you're in the pocket of a big Capcom. Capcom? Did I say Capcom? Sorry.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Oh my
Excuse me?
God.
Are you going down on
Down
Capcom?
on Capcom, baby.
Yeah, firing up that Capcom game and going down on it.
God.
Lucy, I am so sorry for
gross.
all of us.
No, you're fine.
Let-
I got a message and I looked down for like 1 minute and goddamn.
Slip of the tongue. What are we gonna do?
Whoa. We don't want to know how you do it, all right?
I don't need to know.
All right, let's do at least another category, and then I need to take another break here.
Me too.
I just need to air out and smoke a cigarette over there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, everyone smokes cigarettes. Do it.
All right. Another category before we go to break. We have Soulja Boy presents Best Game for People Who Drink Beer and Get Drunk, or Smoke Weed and Get High, and maybe take psychedelics. Let's add that later.
Hell yeah.
Microdose. Yeah.
Who microdose to deal with the pain of the day.
No microdosing. That's for tools.
Macrodosing only.
Microdosing only. Yes.
All right, our nominees are Super
Macrodose, thank
Mario Brothers Wonder, Alan Wake 2, Pikmin
Yeah.
4.
What the fuck is that game doing? here?
Dude, have you played Alan Wake 2? Oh my.
Okay, hold it. WarioWare, Move It, Street Fighter 6, Robo-Dunk, Dave the Diver, Puzzmo, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Chance of Sonar, Steam World Build, Venba, Power Slave Exhumed.
Nice. Good job, Mike.
Humanity.
Humanity.
Great high game.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
at some point we
Yeah.
could just put video games in general, but
Just
also,
activities.
yeah, I have a bone to pick with whichever monster found it appropriate to put Alan.
Yo,
fucking
that's the
Wake
Nightmare
2.
Blunt
Yeah, what the
rotation.
fuck?
Dude,
It's just
dude.
so psychotic. Wait, Tam, did you put it in there?
We sing is
Yes,
totally.
I
something
put this
wanna
on
see.
here.
You don't do any of these things. What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
You play this stone? You played Alan Wake stoned?
Maybe I did, yeah.
Allegedly.
I feel like that's
Allegedly,
probably
I've
the-
never done a
Illegal
crime.
here.
Totally
I've
legal.
never done a crime.
Hey,
It's not-
caffeine.
Marijuana is not a crime. So
Listen, all I'm saying is, try it for yourself. Go
No.
through We Sing.
because I don't have a
Maybe-
death wish.
Maybe if you even want to do some of the weird spooky shit, see what happens. It's a wonderful
I
time.
can't think of anything I'd want to do less.
Yeah, like
Dude,
what is
it's
that's like,
amazing.
It's like I want to get real stoned and go into a haunted house. That'll be cool.
I've done that.
What a fun and cool thing.
Actually,
Yeah, I did it when I was like 20, but whatever. Not now. Jesus Christ.
me and an ex got really stoned in Amsterdam and went to the Amsterdam dungeon.
Yeah,
and
that's sick.
he had such a freak out because the first thing they do is they put you in a little cage and then they yell at you.
That is
And he got so, we hate him, it's fine. He got so freaked out that he had to leave.
I
What I'm saying is, like, when you're slightly high and you're watching Mr. Door and Alan Wake have a conversation, it's incredible. You're like,
okay, but yeah,
what's
that's like
going on?
It's a very specific moment in that game. The rest of the game
Oh,
is
no.
filled with horrors and frights. I mean,
No, you can walk around as Saga looking at giant moose people fucking shit. And
the only thing I want to do
You high
stoned,
right now.
the only thing I want to do stoned in that game is pet the deer. That's all I want to do is pet the
Okay.
deer.
No,
the
you know
furry
what?
deer.
I think Saga's on something because every single deer is just like, all right, hey, honey.
Yeah, she's grounding herself. She's sort of just like, you're the only constant in this whole thing.
I'm not voting for it, by the way. I'm
All
just
right,
saying that it's
I just put
legit.
it there because
Oh,
I like
okay.
everything's so
Legitimate.
chaos.
We
Guys.
need to start cutting stuff.
Alan,
Yeah.
get out of
Wait,
here.
wait. How are we this far in to Game of the Year and we haven't talked about Gollum?
Wow.
No, I think we did. I think
Is-
we
Gollum's
did.
I don't know. I feel like Gollum's a pretty wild high game.
I think that Gollum is an anti-high game. Like, you're
Yeah.
high and you play it and you're like, I'm no longer high.
Your buzz
Fuck.
is what that
Yeah.
game is. Yeah.
Get it in.
I'm gonna cut Hello Kitty Island Adventure because I messed up my island when I was stoned playing this game.
See?
You listen to Batsmaru too much.
I was like, wow, you stupid penguin.
I think we should cut Dave the Diver because it's not a real high game. It was actually made.
Dredge, play Dredge while high.
Can we cut Venba because that is a sad trip?
Yeah, I put it on there because I liked making those things while I was high, and then I didn't play anymore.
Yeah,
of
it makes
so,
me hungry and then
Yeah.
it made me sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great game though.
How are you playing? How are you playing Hi-Fi Rush while high? Like, that takes such good coordination and
Well,
timing.
no, because you feel the music
Hi,
a little bit
Rush.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
it also has high in the name. Yeah, it's rough, but I think it's one that if you could play while inebriated, it could be a good time. I don't know. You have to be at the
Yeah.
right level, maybe.
I feel like you need to achieve such a sweet spot, though. You know.
Yeah, right, exactly. So we can cut it. That
And,
sweet
you-
spot is ephemeral and hard to track down.
And if we're thinking about like the drink beer and get drunk aspect of it, it's a little bit like I feel
You're right.
like it could mellow you out too much. Okay.
Dude,
Is
who is
anybody
playing
really-
Chance of Sonar while
Okay.
Similarly, who is playing
That's
Posmo high?
wild shit?
Oh,
Yeah.
Posmo rules.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
Puzzle's incredible,
I
but I
put
do
that
not wanna
on
play
there.
that.
I put that on there. And
I'm kind of with Tam on that. I mean,
there's something about it, man.
Posmo is like
It's just like it helps
just
you
therapy.
like it helps you focus for a
It's
really
ther-
long time.
it's therapeutic
You're just
as
like, I'm
fuck.
gonna figure this out, and
shout
also
out to Posmo.
I feel wobbly and
Posmo.
Give Posmo its flowers. You could people have been
All right,
saying
yeah,
that
let's keep
lately.
Posmo. Let's keep Posmo on.
Because I feel like getting high or drunk would not make Street Fighter 6 better. I feel like that would just make it difficult and frustrating.
Yeah, you might get
I
too
think
angry.
I think I didn't put that on there, but I think. Or did I put that? I don't want to make a case for it, but I think it's partly when you're in the fucking battle hub and you see all the freaks, and you're like, whoa,
Like,
whoa.
yeah, like,
Whoa.
Kemi's ass is even bigger.
No.
The presence of Soulja Boy suggests that it's not a thing where it's like, oh, I had 2 beers and that's loosened me up and now I'm better at Street Fighter, which is like something I've experienced before. But Soulja Boy makes it sound like, no, we are gonna like have a night and we're gonna like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this isn't-
get crunk and I'm gonna sell you bad gaming devices. That's what it
exactly,
said
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
So if
this
we're
can't
talking
just be
that level,
casual.
Street Fighter 6 probably doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you throw up.
isn't the timer aspect of Pikmin 4 just going to stress you out if you're high?
No,
or something?
no, that's a real good one for just like sitting on the couch, putting something
Yeah.
on in the background, drinking a bunch of beer, and just it's great. I
Yeah.
had a lot of good time this summer doing that.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
Okay.
What about Super Mario Wonder?
Yeah.
That is a game about
Like a funny
drugs.
game?
But I think the joke there is that like, oh, it's like the drug Mario thing where you do the trippy things or whatever. Like, I don't think that actually like playing it high or drunk would necessarily be like.
I think the musical stages would be, and then everything else, you're right. So I'm okay with cutting it.
Oh, okay. The game all about getting
Allow
high
it.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to cut Pizza Tower because sober, this game is absolutely terrifying to look at.
It's
sometimes.
a menace.
It is so such an assault on my eyeballs and my
Yep.
ear holes.
Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Okay. I want to lock in though. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I just added that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I
Oh,
love
that's-
swinging around in that game when I was doing
Yeah,
it.
like aimlessly.
Yo.
Yeah, just totally aimlessly flying around, like forgetting where you're going, and whatever. I guess I'll go over there. There's another.
Doesn't
thing.
matter,
Like,
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
purposely
Picking up bits.
mapped the slow-mo on the D-pad just to like
Yep,
sync
me
up
too.
with music to be like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Okay.
I just want to be with Jan when he plays video games.
I know, right?
It's just quietly in bed, just like the longest exhale.
I did not add Fortnite, but I don't know. I've played a lot of drunk and some high Fortnite, and it's really a good like shut your brain off and nothing matters thing. But like I don't think any more this year than other years, and I don't think any more than some better options on this list.
Yeah. I didn't play enough Fortnite this year, despite paying for the club a lot. So I think I'm comfortable cutting it as well.
I think that Power Slave Exhumed is a lock.
You get out of here.
No, well, look, if we-
Old game with yeah, or yeah,
if we
with the
had a
2022 game.
category- If we had a category for old games where we could have put this, we could have put it there. But now we got to find some other way to give it its flowers. So, there's like a pharaoh who talks to you. That's trippy, right? And there's a lot of bugs. Bugs are you guys see bugs when you get high? I don't get high. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna lock
involved.
it in.
You don't hallucinate, Mike. What do you have a kindergarten understanding of marijuana?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I just know that it's bad. That's what they told me.
It's
There.
10. Yeah.
It's all one after
It's
school
not.
special.
It's not a scanner darkly. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I was supposed to tell Scruff McGruff if I ever saw them, and he would get them
Oh,
arrested and send them
you.
away.
We're getting you stoned this week for sure.
He's gonna trip so bad. We can't.
He,
We can't.
Legal
Yeah,
marijuana
Nikki.
passed in Ohio, and this is what he's told me multiple times now. He is upset that he can no longer make the joke where he's like, "I'm going to call the cops. I see you guys smoking weed. I'm going to call the
Oh,
cops
you were
right now."
making that joke just like when we started
favorite.
getting along. Oh,
It was my favorite. Yeah.
Wow, someone's surprised that Mitch is a snitch.
Get him out for his puns. I see.
What about RoboDunk?
Oh, RoboDunk is so good.
I don't think that came. I think when did it come out though? It's so good though.
It's pretty old, but also when you're like slightly
Absolute
not pretty
banger.
old, but when imagine playing NBA Jam while buzzed,
Okay.
but with robots,
And the robots look like little bits
And
like
the-
Lego.
Yeah,
And you go into
and if you-
space.
Yeah, if you hold the jump button for long enough, you jump into space.
All right, that sounds
And
pretty.
then-
That's
Dunk.
pretty cool.
It's pretty sick. Every time it happens, you're like, "What? Where am I going? Oh, I'm going to space. Cool,
Whoa.
I meant to play this game. I still have not.
dude.
Okay.
It rules."
Okay. Let's keep it on then.
We should do a stream with RoboDunk.
Yeah,
I'd play.
maybe we could just have RoboDunk on in the office when we're there.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
good
a great
shout.
idea.
Good
RoboDunk
shout.
and
Yeah,
Street Fighter
yeah.
right next to each other.
SteamWorld build.
Yeah, let's cut it, but it is like a very chill one of those city builder games, and then it slowly introduces different levels that you can go to, so you begin managing a lot. But since they're so sectioned off, it like completely seals off what's happening on the top floor, and the top floor doesn't really affect what's happening in the subterranean levels. So it's like not too much to manage to the point where it's like, okay, I'm still just, hey, one more turn. I just want to get that next thing. I want to get that next thing. It's enough to handle even if you were drunk or high, and still have a really good time with it. But it just came out. I've only played for like 4 or 5 hours. I haven't finished one campaign. So, and I think I'm the only one who's played it. So we can cut it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I do have another review game I can't talk about that would be good for this
I
list,
know
but-
which one you're talking about. And yes, that would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okie dokie. All right. Cocoon.
I think humanity's a lock though, because like that chill beat to that music,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Like that-
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
there's no peril because it's not like Lemmings where they die. You
Right,
just-
right.
Yeah.
They're already
They-
dead.
They clearly say it's like, no, they're not dying. They're just going to come back through the door. And it's
Yep.
like, oh
Yeah.
my God, what a nice thing to say to me. Someone who would have worried about that. That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Except for Goldie, the Goldie.
Yes, right.
Yeah, Goldie is getting killed as fuck.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I do think it
Yeah.
should be
Okay.
highlighted.
Okay. All right.
I
Cocoon.
put Cocoon. I
I feel like you need your brain for that.
Yeah, the Cocoon is really good.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cocoon is really good and you can enjoy it, but then at a certain point you realize that you're not making any progress and it's very
Yes.
difficult to figure it out and it can become frustrating very
That's
quickly.
the thing that just happened to me. That's what I'm playing right now. And I was like, okay, if this is an order of operations puzzle, everything's right here in front of me. This would be a good game to just, zone blaze to. And then I misplaced one thing, and now I'm like,
I don't know where that thing is.
wait,
jump through
I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going, and that is a very frustrating feeling.
I mean,
Normally,
even sober
especially-
coming back to it.
Yes.
I took like a couple weeks off playing it. And I picked it up the other day and I was like, I don't remember where the fuck I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do here. So like, that would just be much worse.
And then you have that little robot sometimes that's like beaming where you're supposed to go, and then if that goes away and you've been relying on it, it's like, uh-oh. So yeah, that's actually kind of frustrating.
Ooh, I just thought of this. I know that we've already crowned best multiplayer, but what about F-099?
Ooh, I like that a lot. Man, that would have been a good one for multiplayer. Shit.
Too late.
I already thought about it for multiplayer too. It's like, oh shit, we forgot about it.
Well, we can't go back and change old categories.
No. They're
Yeah.
locked.
Yeah, it's locked in. Yep.
Yes.
100%
Good to
locked.
hear, actually. That means that the dog doesn't matter. It's what was locked. Okay, good. Good to know.
Chia Grub, I think you added this.
Yeah, that is like, what if it was only the chillest parts of Breath of the Wild and it had like pretty good movement and getting around? That's one we should have
doing
considered
flips.
for running around.
Doing fun flips
doing
on flips and stuff.
flinging off of trees from one tree to the next, turning
Flying
into
around
a
as a
bird.
bird. Yeah, jumping out of a bird, shitting as a bird. Yeah.
I think she has a chance here to make the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I like
very, very low key, low stakes.
Yes.
But very fun too. If you want to soar around the islands and stuff, you can.
Right,
If you
and
just want to walk around and climb trees, you can.
The spirit of a stoner game should be low stakes. I think
Yes,
he is
we're
great for that.
overlooking that in a big way.
Right,
Yeah.
and then it also does. It brings a lot of the culture that it was based on, which is an island off Australia. I can't remember the name of because I'm a bad person.
New Caledonia.
Yeah, New Caledonia. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's like that stuff is sprinkled all throughout the game. So like, there's this like light culture that you can latch onto and be like, oh my god, this seems meaningful. I want to learn more about that, which is something I enjoy as well.
Hey,
when I'm just sitting around.
Anytime that I can relive the "Fly Like a Bird" Nelly Furtado song in a game,
Of course.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
You know,
Fly like a bird.
I'm like
I
a
can
bird.
fly away.
The song.
Yeah, I'm like a
Gonna
bird.
bend it down now.
I don't know. I'm a home. Okay. Anyway. Okay. That
Before
bottom.
you have too much. That's a lot of moving. One. When I don't get.
It's a good
I
drunk
assume that-
party game. Drunk
Yeah.
party game. Yeah.
Yeah, drunk maybe.
Yeah.
I've been drunk
We can
before.
cut Chance of Sonar.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing that.
I it's like the line in Big Lebowski where he's like, I'm sticking to a strict drug regimen to like lubricate my brain. But you go past that point real fast and then you're useless. So yeah.
Okay, cut that. Pikmin 4, is there too much to manage? Does it get too chaotic?
Not really. It's again
that
low,
is
low
the-
stakes. You know.
Yeah, it's the thing
Well,
like Pikmin 4
they
is better than the
die,
other Pikmin games. Is that it is better at like making you feel like you're more in control of everything. It still might be a little much though, because when your guys do die, that is like, oh man, I don't. If 18 of them just got
left.
gulped.
And
Yeah.
it is easy to like, okay, I sent these 20 Pikmin over there to do something, and then you kind of forget you did that, and then you just start hearing like screams and seeing their souls. It's like, oh fuck, I forgot I did that. Like there's some like panic moments like that. So I could see taking it off.
Okay. Anyone else feel strongly about keeping Pikmin?
I like Pikmin 4 on this list, but not enough. But if we're cutting Pikmin 4, I do think we should probably also cut Alan Wake 2.
Tam.
Yeah.
As the Herald of Darkness for this specific
Nice.
category. Do you feel okay, or do you want to keep championing it?
Give it up.
Give
it up.
I'll give it up. I'll give it up.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I
Kinda
want to try this
freak
out
me
later
out.
today. Oh, I can only imagine being like really like a little too stoned and meeting Rose for the first time.
Oh my god, exactly.
And then just
She's-
like the
she looks like she
facial
came out of-
animations.
Rose, the first time you meet Rose, it's like she came out of the Black Hole Sun music video.
Nice ref. Nice ref.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it
Been
is
holding on to that
terrifying.
one.
Yeah.
but
Bunch of 40-year-old men remembering a music video. It's a
That
good
scared
show
us
we
when
do
we were
here.
children.
there's
Yeah.
no- honestly, that
Yes.
video's old as fuck, but it's still fucking
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
It's
of course it
terrifying,
is,
yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
born
go-
yet.
go-
Okay.
yeah. Well, you can watch it. You're allowed.
Okay. We haven't talked a lot about Dave the Diver.
Save the diver. Sorry.
It's good in the way that like being high and just a nice loop game is good. I think there are stronger arguments for at least 3+ more games on this list.
Yeah, I really enjoy Dave the Diver, and I have played it under the influence of substances. But I have gone tense when you get to the restaurant part of that loop.
Oh, yeah.
And have fudged up a bunch of orders and spilled too much green tea everywhere.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
More
I
than
think
20%
I don't know,
foam.
like just walking or like swimming around with that, like the music is nice.
Yeah, but then
and,
there's a damn shark, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
try to pick up an urchin before you have gloves and you keep fucking up your hands. Yeah.
I haven't played much Dave the Diver. Other than the shark, how many frightening sea creatures are there as you get down?
Oh, it's
deep
not
down?
frightening,
No,
but
it's
it's
not
like,
that
I mean,
bad.
there's like big squids and stuff.
I find
Yeah.
all sea creatures to be pretty frightening if they're my size or bigger.
There are cute
and they're
dolphins.
below me. Yeah.
Grub, would Subnautica be your absolute worst high game?
Yeah,
VR?
probably. Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
that's a feature. All right.
Oh.
All right, get high at work. Let's fucking go.
Sorry, honey.
Yes. I can't get the kids today. I'm sorry.
I added Exoprimal. Just because
Yeah.
Sorry, somebody just said Grubnautica.
That's
It was
Very
right there.
good.
It was right there.
I think we have to now.
now we
Right.
have to.
Right.
We're just going to give him a bunch of DMT, put a headset on him, and go to town.
We just have to do it after 5 p.m., all right?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ohio
Okay.
time,
The
yeah.
hyena hour. Yeah.
Grubnautica.
Oh, God, that's great.
Oh
That's
my
great.
god.
Oh.
All right. We need to make some cuts,
Sorry, what are we
folks.
doing? What's going
we
on?
need to cut some. We need to cut some games. I feel like Humanity,
Yeah.
Chia, and Spider-Man 2 are solid locks. I don't feel too strong about everything else that has not been highlighted yet.
Was Pismo already or thrown out, or am I forgetting that?
Puzzles.
Puzzmo.
has,
Yeah, it's not locked in, is it?
not locked in.
I think there are better arguments for Humanity and Chia than most things on this list. So I think they're the most
Yeah.
lock of locks for me. I think Dave the Diver, I think that's worth a cut.
Yeah.
WarioWare, I want to keep WarioWare because I don't think we have drunk games on here. I think
Yeah, that's-
Chia and Spider-Man are high games we're talking about. No, Humanity and Chia are high games. I think WarioWare is a good old-fashioned, we're all drunk and this game is stupid.
Sure.
I think there's space for that.
Okay, I cut
I like that.
I cut Puzzmo and Dave the Diver. Is Robo Dunk enough to get drunk or smoke weed and get high too?
Roblox seems like a good drinking game where it's like every time your opponent makes you have to drink every time they make a shot or something like that. But I don't know. Is that enough, Tam?
I don't know. I'm willing to like not include it. Like it's fine. It also takes a little bit of like actual finesse to get it going and like enjoy it. So it can be it might be a little taxing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, goodbye, Robo Dunk. We'll see you at GB at night. All right, we have 4 now. WarioWare Move It, Humanity, Chia, and Spider-Man 2.
I think everything that was argued for Spider-Man 2 is true, but it's truer with Chia than anything. That just like, oh, I'm just going to kind of low stakes, hang out and travel around. Stuff like Spider-Man, you come upon like a crime in progress and you have to fight and kind of have your wits about you. Chia, if you want to, you can just kind of float around and fly around and have a good time.
Also, in Spider-Man 2, when you hit a wall when you're swinging, it's like, oh, I really fucked up there. Now this doesn't feel right. It feels like I messed up. And it like breaks the fantasy in a really hard way for me.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I didn't think about the random crimes interrupting my high, and then I feel the guilt of not stopping the crime.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Imagine you just start hearing sirens while you know you're doing something so illegal.
It's in New York. It's fine. I think I'd be
I'm fine
okay.
with God, Jan.
This is God's favorite podcast, Mike. We could do whatever. Okay, I think I'd be okay making the transaction for WarioWare in lieu of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I like the argument of that is the drunk game, and we want that representation here. I agree
Sure.
with that.
Representation
Humanity is the
matters.
high game where you're really thinking about things and trying to kind of puzzle solve high.
Yes.
Chia is
The
the like, I don't
cerebral
want to think
stoner,
about
if you
shit.
will.
I'm just, I think we have each one of these different states covered here.
Right. She is the indica strain.
Exactly,
Humanity's
yes.
the other one.
Sativa,
Sativa.
And
Yes.
WarioWare is
Hybrid.
40 ounces.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one is the buzzball?
Oh,
that-
shit.
Mhm.
That's power slaving Zoom.
I was gonna say, damn. Look, if I was gonna get high, I think Humanity would be the game I would want to play while high.
What do you know, Narc?
Yeah, exactly.
You broke Jeff Bakalar's heart, Mike.
Also, it's made by the people who made Tetris Effect, which is like an all-timer high game.
The lineage is there.
Well, it's just published by them. It was a different dev.
Oh, was it? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. But it's
I
similar.
really like Chia for this one, but I'm okay if there's more push for Humanity.
I kind of like the ability to just become an animal and just
Yeah.
Do
I think
that?
Chia-
You could like become a rock and start rolling down a
Yeah.
hill.
Oh,
Chia
rules.
is great for this.
Yeah.
and it-
I'm good with either of those, to be honest. They
I'm good
Wait,
with
wait.
Chia.
Do we even know if drugs are legal in this country that it's based on?
Oh no!
Jesus.
Why are you such a cop all of a sudden?
There's multiple forms of being high. It could be like a friendship
Menotti-
high.
Menotti flying into this island country to arrest everyone.
Yeah.
Just wearing those aviators.
Just in a tailspin plane with the sirens on it. Yeah.
Okay, if we're comfortable blazing it up with Chia, and I think
Blaze
Chia
it.
wins.
Yeah.
Blaze. All right,
Chia.
Soulja Boy presents best game for people who drink beer and get drunk, or smoke weed and get high, and who macrodose to deal with the pain of everyday life. Runners up: WarioWare Move It, Humanity, with the winner being Chia.
Yay.
What I
Great
really
job,
like about
Chia.
that is we were like 10 minutes into the conversation when I added Chia to that list. I completely forgot about it until I was like going through a list.
Also,
And
The
You're a
beauty.
hero.
totally forgot about it for best running around. It's
Yep.
really good at that.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Feeling bad about it now.
I mean,
Yep,
we can
that-
always go back and change old categories.
That's right. You can
Yeah.
always none of these
Yeah, yeah.
locked
Actually,
in.
actually, we've never done that before.
Oh, right.
The only one to
That's
count
right.
for is Mike. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
We made an
Yeah.
exception. One exception, never again.
All right, how do y'all feel? You want another break, or should we power through the next
Why
category?
don't we? If you do a break, I think I might have to say goodbye again for a while, or maybe even the rest of the stream. God knows what you're gonna do to me now, but I think I have to get back to this event for a bit.
All right, I don't want.
I do need.
Okay.
I was gonna say I do need a breaky.
Okay, yeah, let's take a breaky.
I did a break, but I also have a hot out at 3. So
We got the one
That's fine.
more. We got the one more,
I
right?
got one more. Yeah.
Two
Two more.
Yeah.
Two more.
Two more.
Two more.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Quick break.
Yep, yep.
Fiver.
Let's take a quick breaky break.
Quickie break.
All right. We'll see you right after this. And we are back with day 2 of the real game of the year. We've already crowned 4 categories. Scout, please. 2 more to go. The next category being
Scout.
That's just right here. The most B game. Your nominees are Crime Boss Rockay City, Exoprimal, Lies of P, RoboCop Rogue City, Wanted, Dead, Persona 5 Tactica, Redfall, Atomic Heart, One Piece Odyssey, and Forspoken.
I've
Why
always
is,
seen B game as a more of a statement on like budget and ambition rather than quality. And for that, I think that Forspoken, it had a big budget. That's a big, expensive
Yes.
game. I don't see that as a B game
Yeah,
necessarily.
it has. I think it has B game
Energy.
Energy. Yeah.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And I think about that scene where she's got to get out of the house because there's a fire, and she walks past her bag of money, and so when she comes back
Dude.
later and it's on fire,
Yeah.
and I just like this is such B movie writing.
Yeah.
Where it's like you are forced to create this contrivance to get everything else like to work here, and it's so frustrating. But I think it's all that's a negative for a game with that budget. So yeah, we can cut it.
Yeah. Also, are we talking about? Is it a game that's the most like that, or a game that it's in this category? Like, isn't a AAA, but is very, very, very good? Because
Doesn't
I
mean
would.
no, it's most, not best. So like,
Okay, cool.
when I think of a B
Because
game,
I would
think of-
say, like, of all these games, Lies of P is like single-handedly the best game in this list, to the point where it feels kind of insulting to have it around the rest of these games, except for maybe Tactica.
I mean, a B game does not mean it's bad. Like, it could be a great game, but a B game.
I feel like Lies of P is, like, without a doubt, the best game on this list.
Sure.
What's most, though?
But most.
Yeah.
I mean,
Most
if you're saying most B, then that's your Rocky Cities. That's your
Yeah, it should almost say like,
Yeah, but like,
that
It should
feels
be
like
because
janky
most-
and shitty in a way.
most
that,
B
like,
then
But that's not
becomes
B.
shittest.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
B
what-
doesn't have to. Like, I think of like, okay, remember the Suffering, like, or the Wheelman, you know, like
Okay.
these midway PS2 era games. Like, that's the spirit of a B game to me. Like Psi-Ops. Psi-Ops is a B game to me, but it fucking kicks ass. It's one of my like top 50 games ever, but it's a B game. It's this kind of like, it's not a first party big budget AAA thing, but you know, people know it, people played it. It's not a little indie thing.
Yeah.
It's more of a budgetary thing.
It's really weird because the Lies of P is a really good game. I want to give it an award, especially in this category, but
I don't know if
If
you
we're
want to
looking at-
win this award though.
yeah,
It's not- it's
but
not
like,
bad. It's not bad.
I don't think it's a
Negative about
bad
being a B
thing.
game.
I feel like Lies of P. This is really weird. I feel like Lies of P is too good to be in this category.
I also think Lies of P
see
probably
that.
had a bigger budget than we.
Yeah, then we realized.
credit
I
for
feel
at
like
this
the
point.
game that kind of perfectly strikes this is Robo Oppenheimer, and like
Yeah.
that is
That's
the
real
game
contender. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Did you
I
say
think
Robocoppenheimer?
He did.
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I think Wanted Dead is too like, you know, shitty curiosity game. Like, oh, this game, can you believe this exists? It's so fucking
Yeah.
shitty and broken. Like, it's got B game qualities, but I think it's more of a, and same with Rocky City, where it's like, these are like bad games that have B qualities, but they're not, I don't think they hang here.
Which one is Wanted Dead again?
That's
Everyone forgot that one.
the action game.
Was it Team Ninja?
I feel like it was.
It wasn't them, was it?
I played
Oh.
it for our quick look, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Or maybe I played it on UPF or something. But yeah, that one has those crazy B movie characters for sure. But I think I could see dropping that one from the list. The one we should probably drop is Redfall.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a
bad
B
game.
game. That's not a B
That's
game.
just
yeah.
not
It's
a
not a
good
big
game.
game.
That's
yeah.
a
That
big,
was a-
expensive game. Yeah.
I
That was
think
a
ano-
AAA game that was whittled down to a B game.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think another game that isn't like crazy in terms of, maybe it is crazy in terms of budget, and maybe I just don't know, but like I feel like strikes the same kind of middle ground of being kind of weird and janky, but also really compelling and kind of good, is Exo Primal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
the other one I'm eyeing for sure
Same.
for the list.
Same.
Like that's
I
what
feel
you're saying,
like-
right, Cam? Yeah.
Yeah, Exo Primal, Robo Oppenheimer, and maybe one more is probably.
Let's cut Forspoken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cutting for
That
smoke.
And
game's
I think we cut Wanted Dead and Crime
Oh.
Boss Rocky City.
Yeah.
Immortals.
Oh, Immortals
Oh,
of
oh,
Avium.
shit,
Immortals
that's
of
extreme.
Avian is a really good one.
Well, that's
Okay,
an
so-
EA game.
No, it's
and
not.
that's-
It's
is it
not.
No,
It's
it's
an
not.
EA
No,
partner
no,
game.
it's a partner game. Yeah.
Oh,
So one, like it's an independent studio similar to what's his
Oh,
name?
Wild
Joseph
Heart.
Fares.
Maybe Wild Heart should go here.
Yeah, there's nothing that strikes me as like a B energy in that game though. It is.
Yeah, I feel like it's quite earnest in what it does, and and lands for the most part. I feel like
it feels like it's made by people who are Monster Hunter nerds.
Yes,
and that's like a very specific other thing. Yeah,
the one
the
that
ultimate example of a recent B game is Evil West last year, which I'm pretty
Right.
sure
Yes.
won this
Yeah,
category.
yeah.
Like, that is a good game, but it is a B-ass B game. You know, like that is the ultimate recent example.
I would really like to see Immortals of Avium on this, because it is like clearly not a crazy high budget. They make it work, and then there's so many points in that game where like delivery of lines, writing is like
the
just
beatboxing.
yeah, this
Oh,
straight up B
God.
game. And then also it has some interesting like mechanical stuff happening.
I mean, I feel like
here
you're
and there.
describing Atomic Heart also.
I guess, but Atomic
The
Hearts,
Bioshock Leica has
yeah,
locked
but
in.
like
Just
Atomic
saying,
Heart,
like,
I
that-
found to be quite boring. Whereas like Immortals of Avium's kind of like, it has frequent flashes of being fun.
yeah.
the-
And Immortals
it's
of
the first-
Avium has that sort of like. I feel like I could see that on a movie poster and be like, man, they make some weird movies no one ever talks about. And I don't feel with Atomic Heart that feels like such a no, we're just making a Bioshock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With
Okay.
this will sound like a slight, but Immortals of Avium looks like the game you see being played on a sitcom
Yeah.
with like the actor just mashing on buttons, and you just see flashes on
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. It's like one of the movies included in like the Last Action Hero as a poster in the background.
Yeah, it's
You're
something
like,
T mentions that the kids are all playing.
Yeah.
I think we can cut
SVU.
Persona 5 Tactica.
I feel like that's another game that's too good to be on this category.
Yeah.
Like Tactica is very, very good.
Yeah, there's polish in that as well, and a lot of dedication to the story. Oops.
I think you can highlight RoboCop because I can't imagine a world where that's not on here.
Yes, 100. That is.
I think
And I
Crime
still
Boss
think we
is
can cut
just-
Crime Boss.
Yeah, I think that's just a bad game.
Yeah.
Never
I
got
think
that glitch.
The hiring the movies is B movie like, but yeah.
Again, Lies of P can also go because I think it's same as Tactica. It's too good to be.
I mean, looking at this, I think it's Exoprimal, RoboCop, and Immortals of Avium.
I do too.
I agree.
I think so.
Yeah. Goodbye, One Piece
I would
Odyssey.
say yeah.
Also, with a B game, I like a good amount of like I don't think serious games when I think of B game, and like Atomic Heart seems like it's taking itself like kind of BioShock serious, and I think a little bit of like camp and silliness. Again, Evil West being a great example of that.
Yeah, I think Atomic Heart feels like it knows it's supposed to be winking, but doesn't know how. It doesn't know how to wink at the audience.
It was never
winking
programmed.
with both eyes.
Well, yeah, exactly. Winking with both eyes.
blinking.
Yes.
Yeah, why does the game keep blinking at me?
Why is he blinking? What the fuck?
Before we lock in these three, is there anything else we're forgetting? Does the AEW game count?
It's not just
That's in a different realm, I think. I think it's kind of in that weird sports realm.
Okay, yeah,
you know?
being a sports game, sports entertainment game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were there any other licensed games this year that we're forgetting?
Did any of the sports games that are like basketball or MLB have like one of those dumb story modes where it's like a ghost is talking to you
I think
again?
they all learned that
Nothing, just
lesson.
AEW.
Yeah.
You play as the ghost.
Was that Aliens game this year?
There was an
Dr.
Alien. There was a couple Aliens games this year, I think.
Alien was in Dead by Daylight.
Dark Descent.
Yeah. But those
I don't
none
think
of
it
them
rates
were
against these.
none of them were very B. Yeah, I think we have our list here. I actually am excited by this list. Like, yeah,
That's
those
a strong
are B-ass
3B
games.
games.
That's a
Yep,
strong B-ass list.
I'm
I'm just
like,
None of them
double
are
checking.
shitty games.
No.
I
No,
love
no,
it. So
no, no.
I like legit loved my time with that.
I feel like these are like if any of these popped up on Game Pass, I would recommend them as like you could play through the entirety of this thing.
Mhm.
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
Immortals is on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I might check out Immortals now. Okay.
Oh god.
It's RoboCop.
Is RoboCop.
Yeah, RoboCop wins this.
Immortals is RoboCop.
Oh, that's
RoboCop.
that's the end of this ending spoiled.
And I want more B games. And so I like the fact that these three are like good and we're saying they're good. We're not saying they're game of the year caliber or anything like that, but like these are good B games. Make more like this.
Okay.
Exoprimal is on Game Pass, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
So if you haven't tried it, you should try it.
All right. I'm gonna hit control.
Finally, some recognition for RoboCop as a franchise.
Wait.
Two-time winner.
It's about
Two-time
time.
winner.
Two-time winner.
Wow.
About time.
I think the only game that might be able to do that this year, maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Holy smokes! RoboCop Rogue City quickly cleaning up at the Giant Bomb game.
we forgot Gollum for this category.
But that's
no,
a
it's
shitty
not.
game.
That's a shit game.
I like good B games.
Oh
Yeah.
boy! You know what? It might be available for nomination in the next category. Tim, I'll let you do that.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
All right, this is our final category of day 2, and it's a fun one, folks. They're all fun ones. What am I saying? We have the Peter Molyneux Memorial Award for most ideas.
Is he dead?
Rest in peace.
No.
Ideas are dead.
He's not dead.
That's all.
Oh, his ideas are dead. Okay.
Our nominees are Super Mario. Yeah, parentheses. He's fine. Super Mario Wonder, Starfield, Dave the Diver, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Alan Wake 2. Puzzmo.
Whoever added that, we didn't say this is necessarily positive. Somebody added positive in parentheses.
Just
I
the
don't,
Peter
Oh, wait, no,
Molyneux
no,
card.
hang on, wait, hang on.
it's just most.
Okay, and
Right.
and finally,
He's fine.
We're going to do Peter Molyneux Memorial for being alive and having the most ideas.
That's right. He has a lot of ideas.
final nominee, Fire Emblem Engage.
Dave the Diver has a lot of ideas.
What is the
okay.
spirit of this? Is it like the good Peter Molyneux?
No,
the beater.
I know. I don't think. I think it's just most. I think it is just
it's
most.
a quantity.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
quantity.
quantity?
Straight quantity.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so Mike,
Wait,
before he
wait.
left, he said Starfield, but he wanted to add that he has this disdain for the amount of ideas in that game. So,
Is there a lot of ideas in that game?
Starfield?
there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff that's also been done before.
If you're counting like every object in the game as an
No,
idea,
I mean,
yeah.
like, there's a lot of systems, but they're very easy to miss and ignore. Like they're very easy to overlook.
But a system isn't necessarily an idea. We've seen a lot of the systems in Starfield
Yeah,
a million times before. That's not necessarily an idea. That's just a thing. You know, as
Okay.
a system.
Yeah, the
I think
spaceship building.
ideas are like, here's some new stuff. Like, I think Wonder is a serious like every fucking level having an idea for a gimmick, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the spaceship building is just gummy ships again. From
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
That's a
brother.
good
Some
point.
would argue not as good as gummy ships.
I would argue that.
I would
definitely.
argue.
And I think it's a good point that like an idea is it's a new idea. It's not
Right.
just you're checking off a box on a list that already existed. I think that's a really important distinction.
Okay, are we gonna cut Starfield then?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like, for instance, like Dave the Diver, like, yeah, we've seen roguelike games before. We've seen kind of food-based restaurant type games before. But I think there is an original idea there. And like, doing these together in the same game and one affects the other very seriously. Like, I think that counts. That's not just the Starfield thing of like, here's all this stuff you've seen before. It's a new twist on that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I want to
go
maybe
ahead.
nominate WarioWare Move It.
Huh. There's a lot of ideas.
It's a lot of
There's a
ideas.
lot.
You're doing a lot of things.
But I would also say that like they're so small in the way that like WarioWare has always been that of course any Wario game is just going to be hundreds of like, here's this thing. Like when it comes down to it, they are all like, do something really goofy for 5 seconds. You know,
Yeah.
it's you're eating a hot dog in one or shitting an egg in the other. But you know, I love WarioWare, but I think there are like Wonder and Dave the Diver are more interesting in this category for me.
Okay. I'm not even gonna bother to put it on.
I put Fire Emblem Engage on here, and it's one of those games where it's a lot of ideas, but I think that goes back to like checking stuff off a list, and those are the parts of the game that are the weakest. All the things you do between the missions. This is like the best the tactics have been in a Fire Emblem game maybe ever, but then all of the bullshit stuff you do in between got really bogged down in this one, and the writing isn't very good to support all that stuff. So it's like, this just feels like a shell of a Fire Emblem game in a lot of ways. So yeah, we could probably cut this one as well.
Yeah, the Fire Emblem Engage was a big bummer after liking
Yeah.
Three Houses so much.
Right, the stuff that made Three Houses good is kind of all gone, and in its place is really good tactics stuff, but it's not enough.
Okay, so far we have Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Dave the Diver, Tears of the Kingdom, Alan Wake 2, and Puzzmo. Does Alan Wake 2 have too many ideas?
I don't know if it's too
I don't think it's got
many.
too many. I think it's got a lot of
It's
ideas.
got a lot, yeah, but not
It does.
Like not an overwhelming amount.
like when I think of when I think of like this award, I think of like a waiter coming out of the kitchen with too much to carry, and it's just like, whoa, like that's what I see in my head. You
You see
know
like
what I mean?
a Cheesecake Factory menu.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory presents the Peter Molyneux
Peter
Memorial
Molyneux.
He's Fine Award for most ideas.
Yeah. So,
Big fan of brevity, so let's do that.
but that,
Of course,
that's not the
yeah.
vibe I got from Alan Wake. It has many ideas, but not a sort of comical amount.
Yeah, they're all tied together. Like I know it is a lot of systems, but in conjunction they work very well together.
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory has a low calorie menu now.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm
Skinny
sure.
Licious menu.
Cocktails too. Yeah.
Skinny
yeah.
Licious.
Yeah.
You know,
Skinny
my
Licious
my
menu.
partner and I did the math. It is so
I-
much cheaper
I
to
would
just
like-
buy a cheesecake than a slice.
I would like to point out
yeah.
that Cheesecake Factory is already part of another award.
Yeah.
No, they're presenting Ben
Oh,
Starr.
Ben
Wait, what?
Oh, we're a good website.
Cheesecake Factory Ben Star presents
We're
Best
good at
Game.
this.
Oh, right. Yes.
No, see, because
Don't
this
change
is
anything. You can't.
I
change
think
your
we- I
word
think
once you
we're-
name it.
I think we're giving
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory way too much clout.
Absolutely not. It's impossible not to give it too much clout.
That little pizza thing though. Mm.
Mm.
We've got the
fuck?
sizzle reel to sell the whole game of the year thing next year to Cheesecake Factory.
oh my
Why
god,
did
it
you-
is so much
Lucy,
easier.
why did you make a noise as if you're a little mouse?
It is so much easier to podcast out of a Cheesecake Factory versus a Chuck E. Cheese.
That's true. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
Mhm.
Yeah, we should approach them and be like, look, you're already giving 2
Damn.
awards away as part
Got
of
the
this.
sizzle reel. Yeah.
Cut the check.
All Are you guys want to cut Alan Wake 2?
I wanna-
don't think too many
I don't
ideas.
think it has
Is,
too
is
many
that really what
ideas.
this is? This category is it like it has to have like kind of too many ideas. I thought
No,
Alan
no,
Wake
it's
has
not
a lot
too
of ideas.
many. It's most.
Most.
And that's why I think Mario Wonder is like the lock here.
I
you
do
know?
too, but I wonder, are we cutting Alan Wake 2?
I think we can.
I think we can. I think outside
Okay.
of like some very big ideas of, We Sing and the Mind Play stuff and everything, it's like, we've seen a lot of these elements before, and both in Alan Wake and like, the combat style of like the RE remakes and things like that. Like, it's not jam packed with, there's a lot of fun narrative ideas and stuff, but I don't know. Dave the Diver and Mario Wonder being so chock full of like cool, fresh gameplay ideas, I think gives them the recognition.
in Tears of the Kingdom is a lock as well. Then
Probably,
I think the top 3, unless anyone wants to share more about Puzzmo.
Oh, I
It just
love
has like a lot of like
Puzzmo.
really smart and interesting and new puzzle and logic games that I've just never really seen before. And it just seems like so much effort went into just getting all that stuff produced. Like it's gotta take such an effort. I really am kind of blown away with how much that this thing has to offer. And
In
how
love with the puzz.
and how like risky I guess, is it risky? I don't know. Like I just don't know like what they're
Really? Because
What's
it's just
that?
like
No,
I
I
wouldn't say
just mean
Puzzmo's
from like
risky.
no, I just mean from like a business proposition. I
Is
mean
that
more
gauge and
yeah, it's just like like they have a very specific model that they're sort of seemingly aiming towards, right? And I'm just sort of like I wonder if
they
people are
have-
going to pay for this.
I think they already are. Like I'm in the Discord, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on the ground floor of Puzzmo.
That's good. That's
But
good.
like, yeah, you can get like a lifetime subscription. I pay $4.99 a month for the New York Times app.
yeah. So do I.
If you build it, they will fill in crosswords.
Smart.
My grandpa always
Very
said
good
that.
job. I see what you did there. If you build it, they will Capcom.
yeah, they will.
Okay. I agree with Grub that Tears of the Kingdom should be on this.
Yeah,
Despite
yeah.
us not talking about it yet.
I don't
Yeah.
think I think it should probably win.
Yeah,
I remember the
I don't
first time
think-
you saw that trailer where it showed a bunch, like it was like that 3-minute trailer, and it's like, how many fucking things are in this game? You remember it showed the like fusing and then like the weird like kind of creations you can make with the wheels and all that stuff. It's
And
just
those are
one
like the
thing after
marquee
another.
features. Like imagine when you got to the first time in like one of the dungeons where they're like, okay, here's a couple of chain physics puzzles we made. And it's like other games, their entire thing would be like, we figured out how to make these chains work together right so that you can like spin them around a wheel and lift up a door and the game doesn't crash when we do this. Isn't that amazing? We're going to make a whole game based on that. And there's like a couple of those puzzles in the game because they have a million ideas every 10 feet.
Yeah,
So,
all of
yeah,
the
it's-
side quests that you can embark on, just like having
Yeah.
to help the music troupe and just like
Yeah.
The
wheel them
whole
around.
underground area, the sky area stuff, the abilities like Ascend is such a crazy idea, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
So no, like, does Wonder have a chance here?
I think wonder if it was just strictly, well, I guess it is. Is it strictly numerical? Because it's most ideas.
Yeah, Wonder feels like the kind of game. I mean, I think they said this explicitly. It was just like everyone who has an idea, come tell us it,
Yeah.
and we'll think about it for this game. And it
It's
does
not the
feel
most
like that when you're playing
impactful
it.
ideas. It's not the best ideas. It's most, and every fucking level in Mario Wonder has its own gimmick.
Yeah,
And the number of enemies, like so many Mario games have reused the same type of enemies and added a few here and there. This one is the first Mario I've played in forever where I was like, what is that thing? What's that thing's name? Oh shit, that bird shoots a fucking straw out of its beak and then I can walk on it. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Oh, man.
nonstop ideas, not just the Wonder Flower gimmick, like tons
No.
of new enemies. And all the badges. Like,
and the way the way like the online multiplayer does work in this, where it's like, okay, this level is one where you're going to seek and find with some friends, and this is one where you could we could start a race with somebody with your actual friends. It's there's so much to do.
I kind of think Wonder wins this.
Sure, I think so. I think that's fair.
So are we cool with cutting Puzzmo and
Gollum?
Alan Wake
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Gollum though, that one should probably hang around.
Gollum doesn't have any ideas though.
He's just
Like-
empty-headed.
Gollum didn't even have the 6 exclusive pre-order emotes that it said. I think it only has 4.
Oh.
All of them
Is that
are him
true?
just
Well, it had
mean-
the idea of them.
It's true. There's only 4 emotions, so yeah.
Uh-huh.
I learned from that movie, Inside Out. There's only 4 of them. Okay, well, let's cut Gollum.
Yeah, let's cut
So
Gollum.
our
I-
3 that are locked in here that we have to now determine is Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Dave the Diver, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom takes this. Okay,
I mean, it's,
let's think of one of your abilities, right? Ascend. Think
Yeah.
of all the things you can ascend up.
Blech.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's gross.
It's
I
not
think with
just
Zelda-
not just mountains, not just structures. It's enemies.
that's a good because with Zelda, you're right. That the point is like everything has. It's not just like a wide variety of ideas. Every idea goes deep. It has a bunch of different things you can do with it as well, and that's what the whole game feels like. It was made with that in mind. I think so. It's like most ideas in like a 3D way, where Mario, it's like, no, we're gonna like throw a bunch of ideas at you one after the other.
But
it's sort
that's
of like,
the thing.
Yeah.
If the category is most, like I agree that Ascend and these big abilities and these big ideas and Tears of the Kingdom have way more impact in the game overall and way more flexibility in how you use them. But Ascend, I think, would just count as like an idea. It's one mechanic. Whereas Mario Wonder, if the category is most ideas between the badges, the enemies, the Wonder Flowers, all that stuff, in terms of sheer quantity, I think, if you were to list out side by side 2 columns, I think, that Mario Wonder is 3 times longer than Tears of the Kingdom.
I
I'm
think
not-
I'm not sure if it's 3 times longer. I think, and I think Zelda probably it just like has different tiers of ideas. Like, like the marquee features
they're bigger
are
and better. I would say they're better,
I see
Like I
what
think
you're
Tears of the
saying.
Kingdom is a significantly better game with better, more important ideas.
I think the quantity gets close, but I think you're probably. When I look at Wonder, I do think that it is that plate of too many things on it, and that is how I think about it. So I think it probably can pull this off, but I'm curious what everyone else thinks.
I think we're just conflating like the sandboxification of ideas with Zelda, right? And these amount of like pure,
That's
this
part of it.
this wonder is the level sped up. This one, everyone's got a big head. This one's got like that's
but
the
they
two things we're trying to do.
Right, but Zelda's got like a lot of the explicit ideas. It's not just here's a sandbox, go figure it out yourself. There is that stuff, but they definitely have like this dungeon that we've made does have all of these different things you can do, and so much so like the fire dungeon, like no one does that the same. Like no 2 people do that the same way.
Sure,
Everyone does it
sure.
their own way, and there's like a prescribed way you can do it, and no one plays it that way. Everyone's like, I
Right.
used Ascend and went over here, and then I kind of flew around the side, and then I climbed up, and yes, that's the sandbox stuff, but I think I don't know.
So
I could
is
come
it-
back
so-
to Mario having too many
So
ideas.
is it like that's what it is, right? Is it ideas that the game has, or is it ideas that you have?
Well, I
Right?
think Zelda does both. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
for sure.
Zelda
Whereas
gives you
Mario
way
is very
more
much the
opportunity to be-
the agency in Zelda in Mario is more like, oh, you chose a badge and you did a clever thing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
think I'm
Zelda,
okay.
there's a million things in Zelda that are like, oh my God, I can't believe they thought to have this thing interact with this thing.
Mhm.
Things that aren't surface and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, here's the Wonder Flower.
I think
it's,
for me, after hearing you say that, I think it's Zelda.
I think I started moving a little towards Zelda too with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I just
So
think
much
of
thought
also.
went into that.
I also think of like the little subplots that you can completely skip through entirely.
Oh,
like
yeah.
after like making a beeline and trying to beat it in time for PAX unsuccessfully.
You
and
did, right?
successfully.
Yeah.
Successfully and unsuccessfully. We'll check the tape. I went back and explored a bunch of like the different side quests that I had completely skipped through. And I didn't know that there was collusion to like influence a local government.
Oh,
Yeah.
the election? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun
Or
one.
just the tiny ideas where it's like, let's say you put like a puff shroom or something on your shield, and then you just mindlessly go to like shield surf, and it like puffs up and you fall down. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe they considered that.
Right. And that's where it starts to feel like most ideas and also like the biggest sandbox for you to have your own idea. It's
Sure.
both. And it's like in
Yeah.
a way that
Wait, what game are we talking
understand
about
what
right
they're
now?
making.
Zelda now.
Did we? What happened with Baldur's Gate? Because that's got
Oh, yeah.
like everything
Yeah.
you're saying. It has like considerably more.
Yeah. We
Like,
didn't even
it-
put it on the. I didn't
Yeah,
even put
because
it.
like
Games
Baldur's
have done
Gate.
dialogue trees and dice.
No,
before.
but like it is reacting. Like if you're saying the most amount of ideas, like this game has the most amount of ideas for literally every permutation of anything that
Like-
you can do or say. Like it's infinitely creating ideas around that stuff.
Oh,
You could put everyone's underwear on each other.
You could talk to
Nothing.
animals.
You could talk
Like,
to animals.
You
You
can
can turn
like,
into animals, then talk to animals.
I
yeah.
think we
Can we
wind up
look-
cutting.
Shove people.
Yeah. Bye, Dave the Diver.
Yeah, Dave's out of here.
I
You
would
field
argue
surf on
Baldur's Gate
frozen
3
hills.
wins.
I don't think. Well, I can't speak to that, but I'm just gonna say I don't think it does.
Okay, I don't think it does, but I won't be justifying why.
Backlar makes a good point. Yeah.
And
I'm with Backlar on that.
And I think Zelda
I
just
get it.
feels like the right thing.
Yeah,
I get it. Like
yeah.
Zelda feels like the right decision because there's like, but like it feels again.
pretty-
They're very similar.
Yeah.
But like I feel like the interplay between narrative and gameplay and how it like the cascading idea effect is way more prevalent and poignant in Baldur's Gate 3 than it is in Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, you have these sandboxes where you do something and then you progress in the game and something happens. Whereas with Baldur's Gate 3, you have a sandbox that it feels like there's a knock-on effect. Everything in Zelda feels isolated to a degree. Whereas to have that kind of like domino effect on everything around you requires a ungodly amount of thinking and idea creation and kind of like permutation. How did this happen? How do we make this work? What if is like the kind of like the underpinning question that you ask when you're playing when you're designing a game like Baldur's Gate 3. It's endless.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're pretty. You're like you said, they're pretty similar, and I think one is like physics interaction with the world, and the other one's interaction with the characters, and then the combat does have a lot. But I mean, I don't know. The combat does have a lot going on, but at a certain point, it's like people are just like, yeah, I'm throwing grace, and I'm having people slide on that, and then if I see an opportunity in the world to do something like push someone off a cliff, I do that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's more than that. Like, you know,
Oh,
There
yeah,
is.
this is
yeah,
ones
yeah.
we-
There's
That's what I'm saying. There's more than
yeah,
that, but I think we
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like I fall into a routine with that game, but I not everyone does.
Yeah.
But you're right in terms of the amount of ideas you have to that the developers had to account for in that game. It is astronomical.
Yeah, it's there's some frankly bizarre things in there that you're like, why am I having sex with a bear? Why did someone think this was a good idea? But it's there.
Oh wait,
you
hang
can
on.
do
Yeah,
it.
Chat's got some great ones. Like you can find a dead spider and lick it. You can lick a dead spider.
That's an idea, baby.
That's an idea.
That's an idea.
Well, in a certain point, the idea of the ideas are pretty similar, right? Like it is interact with the thing. You could do the thing. I think if the idea is like,
What can you lick in Tears of the Kingdom?
well, listen, you're right.
Wow.
Absolutely. Well, you can lick the cartridge. It still tastes funny.
Well, there's the enemies that like kind of stick a tongue out. You can let them lick you.
You can make a Nocturok suck off your sword and make it stronger.
That's true.
Excuse me,
That's
go
just,
down
and
on
that's
your
just
sword.
accurate. That's
Yeah.
realism.
In Baldur's Gate, you can make a character suck off a sword, if you know what I'm saying.
My goodness.
So it's Zelda, right?
It's Zelda.
Oh.
No, it's not. I think Baldur's Gate
Baldur's
wins
Gate.
it pretty handily.
I
I feel like if you are voting for Zelda, it's because you want to
You
go
like
back to
Zelda.
2017.
Yeah.
No,
But also,
I mean,
from my
it's-
understanding with Baldur's
Well-
Gate, even if they have the idea of like, oh, you can lick the spider, that doesn't like that's different than like things interacting with each other in
Makes
terms
you
of physics
sick.
and the world and
Yeah,
everything.
there's knock-on effects
you
of that
But that's
stuff.
a status effect in a menu. That's some text on a thing. I don't. That doesn't.
No,
like,
no, there's like I could not. This is the thing about it. I can't tell you whether later on down the line that's going to be an issue because I've played enough, but I can comfortably guess that it might be because I've played enough of that game and done stupid shit to the point where many hours down the line, something inconsequential in the moment, like licking a spider, come up and someone's like, "You're the guy that fucking licked that spider. You can't. I'm not letting you anywhere near this like camp or some shit like that. We are anti-spider lickers in this camp. Like there's I can't 100% for sure say whether it happens or not. And the fact that I can't do that is like says a lot about the level of like idea generation and like open-endedness to the game.
I feel like I'm having weird deja vu.
Was this happening?
Yeah, and like I think I felt out a dream like we had this exact conversation about these two games, and I think I what I ended up saying in that dream was I think that yes, Zelda goes very deep and it empowers you in a lot of ways and has a ton of ideas and knows what it's doing. And yeah, and I feel pretty compelled by your Baldur's Gate 3 argument because it's go ahead, Jan.
Here's my thing. I'm intimidated to play Baldur's Gate 3, and I've been intimidated because of the sheer amount of ideas and options.
Yeah,
And
and
I-
like the thing is, like, it's
I don't
not
think
intimidating.
It gives you too much. I think
Yeah.
it like it doesn't do the thing where it shoves it all in your face. It's up to you to examine how you want to play
It's-
and how you
yeah,
wanna
it's
mess
not-
around.
it's not a unique take, but it is like the closest we'll get to a perfect DM in a D&D game, where it's the whole concept is don't say no, just keep trying. So like it's not like telling you can do all this. It's just like when you try something, it's going to be like, we'll make that work. Don't worry about it.
But doesn't it all just boil down to just like dialogue? Like it's just like, oh,
No,
somebody
no,
mentioned
not at
this
all.
thing or talked about this
No,
thing
no,
versus
no,
like
no.
physics in a game, you know?
Like
No, no, a lot of it has
splitting up
gameplay
your party,
Yeah.
making sure like it's not all dialogue.
Yeah, no,
You
no, no,
split
it
your
has-
party, like I have, Astarion as a rogue, and so I split him off and do other things. Or there'll be times when,
It
like
manifests.
just send someone invisible to go through a bunch of traps, and then the other people. There's tons of shit.
It manifests like even like small like conversational stuff can manifest in gameplay gameplay changes later on down the line, or even immediately.
An example of that is the second time we played multiplayer, and we had approached the owl bear, and then we thought about talking to it, and it went well.
Oh yeah.
And then we got a little
yeah.
too close, and then it messed up
Now
our
we
shit.
we killed its baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't.
right.
We
know that
did not
baby
do a
was
good
there.
I had
thing.
just drank a potion that let me talk to animals, so I got to hear this mother scream about me killing her baby and be horrified, and then she murdered all of us.
And the rest of us had no
Yeah.
idea why this was happening. And
Yes.
Grub's like, we killed the baby. We killed the baby.
yes, because I only I could understand what she was saying. So okay,
That's pretty compelling.
yes, I want to be. Tears of the Kingdoms. The amount of ideas it has is also astronomical. It is like, hey, we took Breath of the Wild, and then we just spent 6 years coming up with ideas and threw
Sure.
it all into this game, and it's mind blowing. And that shouldn't be like diminished.
No.
But I think Baldur's Gate 3. I think this is the right category for Baldur's Gate 3. I think we should probably go with Baldur's Gate 3.
So it's disqualified from Game of the Year. Got it. All right. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Wow.
Are we
I mean,
comfortable?
just from my angle, the guy who hasn't really played much of the game, it seems like there's the parts where you're talking to people, and there's the parts where you're doing turn-based combat that takes forever. Those are the two ideas for me. I know
No, you have
narratively and
explore.
conversationally, there's a lot, but I haven't played it, so I'm talking completely out of my ass, and I'm completely wrong right now.
The way
I
I was trying to
understand
explain it is like.
Yes.
I am. Yeah.
Like, it's like the character version of Hitman. The way Hitman could go into world and mess with things, and then there's all these knock-on effects. It
Dan?
does that with character development. And-
Baldur's Gate 3 is yes-anding you. This is
Yeah.
it's a whole game about yes-anding.
I think here's my growth as a person is saying these things with conviction and also saying and acknowledging and knowing that I'm completely wrong.
yes,
We
I understand
appreciate
that.
it. You've come a long way.
You know
Agree with
what?
all of you.
I think that is growth for you.
that's true growth.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Look at that. The ideas,
you know.
the ideas in Baldur's Gate are now leading to Dan having emotional and
There
growth
you go.
moments.
I've added-
For,
I don't know how
Cheesecake
I feel
Factory
about
presents
that.
Peter Molyneux and Memorial. He's
Yeah.
fine award for most ideas.
I also
so-
nominated
wow.
Dan
Look.
as well.
I haven't played a single second of Baldur's Gate 3, and I am now voting for it, if anything, because it shows that Dan can grow.
Yeah.
Yay! All right.
It's so weird with actual Game of the Year discussions and stuff because it's a game that I know is not for me, that everyone loves for a reason. I know it's an incredible video game, and I'm not going to dig my heels in on it. I'll say the dumb thing, but also know that I'm wrong. So
Dan,
it
I think
deserves
you
everything
should-
it gets, you know?
I think you should install it and go down on some Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, dear. I honestly, if there's a big lull, it is still something I really want to
Yeah,
give
I'll
a true,
play it.
honest try to, you know?
Works on
I
Steam
gave up.
Deck.
Yeah, I downloaded
Yeah,
it.
it's
I
great on
downloaded
Steam
it.
Deck.
Yep.
I'm done with it. I get it. I understand it. It's fun. It's just like, yeah. For me.
Okay.
Same.
All right. We have our winner for Cheesecake Factory Presents Peter Molyneux Memorial, parentheses, he's fine, award for most ideas. The winner being Baldur's Gate 3. Runners up being Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, with a special shout out to Dan for growth.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats to Dan.
You know,
Congrats
I
to Dan.
Thank you.
I don't remember
Volunteer for me.
Baldur's
Let's
Gate
hear it
3.
for
Everyone,
you.
hey, Dan.
Hey.
For he's a jolly good fellow. Okay.
I want more than Minotti. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
All right, let's go around the horn. Grub, name the first category and the winner from today.
Yeah, the first category is Best Pikmin. The runners-up were red and blue, and the winner was Purple Stompy Dudes.
Tam, the next category, please.
Bloodborne presents Old Game of the Year. The runners-up are Metroid Prime, Titanfall 2, and the winner is Hitman.
Dan, can you please take the next category?
Psi-Ops presents Best Dude Tossing. Your runners-up are Street Fighter 6 and Pikmin 4. The winner, RoboCop, tossing dudes in Rogue City.
Lucy James, next category, please.
Best multiplayer runners up are Super Mario Bros. Wonder, WarioWare Move It, and the winner is Street Fighter 6.
Jeff Bacalar.
Soulja Boy presents best game for people who drink beer and get drunk or smoke weed and get high and who microdose to deal with the pain. Macrodose who to deal with the pain of everyday life. Runners up, WarioWare Move It, Humanity, and the winner, Chia.
Lucy, double up. Do the best B game, please. Most B game, sorry.
For most B game, the runners up are Exoprimal and Immortals of Avium, and the winner is RoboCop Rogue City.
Once again, the winner of Cheesecake Factory presents Peter Molyneux Memorial, parentheses, he's fine, award for most ideas. Runners up, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and the winner being Baldur's Gate 3, and the real winner being Dan.
Hell yeah.
The crazy part of that whole category was like Pam. I mean, Lucy definitely. I don't know if you had planned on speaking
with
up.
the knife,
we,
you know.
we were.
Well,
we
no,
had
because in the middle of all that,
third.
the
Yeah.
GTA trailer leaked, so
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
also
And
like,
you,
I
you
was-
watched it.
If
So you
people-
watched it.
quietly, and then you guys were chatting some shit, and I was like, well, I have to step in.
We
Yeah.
literally like the.
I was
like,
the entire time I was coordinating coverage, which is why you could probably see us quiet. And then I was like, "Are these guys talking about Baldur's Gate or no?"
Well, thanks to that leak, Baldur's Gate won
Thanks to that leak.
a
And
category at the last second.
that is it for day 2 of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year 2023. Folks,
Jan, is there more?
there's more. Jeff Grubb, there's more. Jeff
Oh,
Grubb,
shit.
what's happening on Wednesday of this week?
Wednesday of this week, December 6th, live from Los Angeles, GB at night. I'll be sitting on a chair. We'll have some folks on a couch and spread around a room. We'll have a bunch of panels all night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in. That starts at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be going late into the night.
Eastern.
Eastern.
And then,
Sarsaparilla.
and then the following day will be day 3 of Giant Bomb's Game of the Year discussions, where we will begin the whittling process to get to the top 20. And later that day, Dan, Grubb, myself, and maybe some other friends will be talking over the Game Awards while these lovely folks attend in their best garb. And
Why I
then
was painting my
outfit
nails.
Has been
Best garb?
chosen.
best
Yes.
garb.
I'm wearing my Vegeta t-shirt.
Are you?
Fantastic.
Fucking not.
What'd you wear last time? Tay? You were in a jacket, right?
Who's in a suit?
I had a suit.
You were in
yeah.
a suit.
Yeah.
No suits this year. No suit 23. Let's go.
All jammies, baby. We're not wearing nothing but matching jammies. Friday, we're not doing anything. We're going to take a quick Ricky break for the grand finale of this year's Giant Bomb's Game of the Year. Live in person at the Terragram Ballroom. Now it's like a baby's sliver of
a
tickets
baby's
available.
thimble. A baby's thimble.
A baby's thimble.
Baby's thimble.
A baby's
You know-
espresso
Single
cup
digits.
of.
Do you guys ever call a big shit a baby's arm?
Ew.
Or is that a distinctly
Ew.
northern
Ew.
thing?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
That's a British thing.
Oh,
Nope.
I've heard it
God.
before, and I was horrified.
Repulsed.
Yeah, okay.
But folks that are not able to make it out live in person, we promise that we will do our darndest to stream it out for you at home. Anyway, I've been Jan.
It's gonna happen. Jesus,
gonna happen.
Don't act like the door's open for it to not.
I guarantee Jan will figure it out.
That's how it happens. I've been Jan. He's been Jeff. He's been Jeff. He's been Dan. He's been Tam. She's been Lucy. He was Mike Minotti, and he was here. He was there, and he went down on some chicken wings. And I suggest you at home do the same if you can. Dietary stuff, you know. We will see you later this week. Almost too soon.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Wait, like cunnilingus?
Oh.
All right, I'm just gonna
I
go to
get it.
black.
Oh
my God.
What?
That-
We'll find out that the clam slam was really within us the whole time.
Oh.
You gotta
Kind of bad.